So once
We're
again,
gonna go to the Vaush horse folder part, okay?
let me set this up. Vaush fans, please know this. We are going into this with the most partial and best intentions to represent.
You say partial or impartial?
We are impartial. We are partial to the truth.
Okay, fair.
We're going to show the context of everything so that we can make the best informed decision. Let's get more horses in chat before we start, please, everybody.
Got the horses in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Can we get horses and eggplants in the chat, please? And corn. Let's do a horse, eggplant, corn. Can we get that, please? All right, let me put this away.
Holy shit. You guys, we're not joking about ContraPoints tweeting about it. Using bogus transphobia accusations to defend a cis man. How am I not following her? To defend a cis man's public consumption of sexually explicit childlike images is unbelievably harmful and egregious. That's all I'm going to say about this. Yes, the video is coming. Jesus Christ, dude. All right. So, this is where Ethan Klein and Hila, they go over the Vaush folder leaks, basically. And they say that, you know, they've already started saying, like, look, we're going over this as impartially as possible. Obviously, from what I've heard, that it does not stay this way, right? By the way, guys, how's the ADHD video for you? Let me know what you think. Always change it, okay? Ice Queen cometh. Jesus. Jesus. All right.
Sorry about that. All right, Vaush. It's exciting. I was really enjoying all this because he's just so phenomenal. So let's start from the beginning. So Vaush,
yeah, go ahead.
Vaush recently, it was yesterday or the day before, he ended his stream in a panic after he accidentally exposed his corn folder.
Maybe
Here's
do
the clip.
like a one-liner of who is Vaush because
You can see this is
Sure. I mean, yeah.
we don't normally talk about him. So.
Yep.
I'm looking.
Yes, sir. That I'm
I
referring
guess we
to.
got the button.
Yeah, it's censored. It's censored.
I did it myself. Yeah.
And by the way, well, in the actual picture, is there even anything that is like mega vulgar?
I
Yes,
think so.
yes.
There is.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, there's enough there that it's a
Cock.
problem.
Cock.
Thank you,
So
Angry
here
Moose.
is a clip of the end of his stream.
So, for people who are just getting in here, reminder that, okay, well, not reminder. We already, if you want to look at it, we already went over, like, some of Vaush's previous posts, previous tweets, previous history up until this point, okay? And I think it's worth looking at. So, if you want to look at that, rewind the VOD, all right? Now, we are going to watch H3H3 cover this, all right? So, that's what we're doing. We're watching H3H3 cover this, all right? Please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member. We have a Patreon now. You can also always tip me directly through PayPal. I greatly appreciate it. This is how I make my money. So any and all contributions are greatly appreciated.
The other
Yo,
day.
YouTube chat is filtering all of the
Horse corn?
corn eggplant emoji combo.
What?
It's like getting hidden, auto hidden in the chat. I can see
What
it.
are they running defense for Vaush?
What
What's the deal here?
Maybe it's just too spammy with emojis. So that
It's a secret language that we're finding out.
mods,
about.
if we could manually go through and show all of these.
So here's what happened. And again, Vaush fans, if you want to defend him, I'm going to be receptive to everything you're saying. I'm not here with an agenda. I'm just showing something funny that happened. Okay. But I will say this.
What was on the agenda?
This is what socialism does to a... No, I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
We love the socials.
He's just a political commentator, right?
So he's a political commentator. He's a leftist, a socialist, and he is pretty popular in that space. I mean, there's like probably 3 main political lefties, which is like Hassan, Vaush, and Destiny. So he's part of that trinity. He's one of the main guys.
Got it.
Not like mega popular because obviously it's a niche.
Sure.
But he's very popular in that space. I mean, his videos get hundreds of thousands of views, sometimes a million. Here it is.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Now,
The sound.
now is that how the stream ended?
Oh my god. That's how it ended? What the That's it? Is that actually... Hi, Egghead. Is that actually how it... Oh my god, bro. What the Egghead is somebody I met at the thing. I can say, Egghead did not look like an egghead. Egghead at the PV thing. Yeah, it's cool. Anyways.
This is an example of the kind of structure
This cannot be real. This is actually like out of a movie. This has to be out of a movie. This is just wild. This has to be scripted. Holy shit.
that I'm referring to.
What?
Oh, lace slippers. Thank you for the gifted sub, by the way.
Now,
What the
now is that how the stream?
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
What?
Jesus.
Now,
The sound.
now is that how the stream ended?
I'm not 100% sure. When people were posting it on Twitter, that's how they labeled it. But
I think if I remember, I think it cut to like a holding card, some sort of static holding card for a moment, and then it ended shortly after that.
So one more time. So this
You can
is
see
how it
this is an
ended.
example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
What?
That's the face of a man who knows.
He knew immediately he fucked it up. Oh my god.
Now, traditionally, we've caught conservatives stash. It happened to Alex Jones, and
Alex
also
Jones,
happened
famously, yes.
to what's that other shitbag that was friends with Kanye? Fuentes. Right? They were both
Did his
had
porn thing
trans
again?
porn.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Fuentes was looking at trans
Oh, there was
porn.
like a trans thing with
That was verified false, but okay, go ahead. Sound off, Ethan.
him too.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but,
But so I was saying yesterday, the left they so on the right they secretly
fuck?
they want to they're chasers, I think they call them. They want to be with trans women.
right.
On the left, they want to fuck horses. I want to see Hassan's private.
Egghead says, this is all just another day, another wealthy streamer that doesn't get a separate streaming only PC. Lamau. Most people can't afford to get a separate streaming PC, but don't capture your fucking desktop window. Do not capture your screen. Capture window by window. Jesus.
folder now. We need to fucking get to the bottom. But we all have secrets, don't we? So he panics, and it couldn't be funnier, frankly.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Vaush 100% can. Probably right. You're probably right.
What?
Oh,
I didn't
God.
get to see his face. It happened so quickly.
Yeah, it does. It happens fast. So here is an enhanced version of the thing. I obviously can't put this on screen, but I'll show it to you. So I'll describe it to you guys. So it's a folder. Oh, is this the super high res one that you found, Love?
Yeah, I think so.
So it
Oh
says
my-
old. Oh yeah, there's a higher res one.
Guys, I just found this leaked photo.
Oh
of Hassan.
no, dude, Hassan, explain this shit now. This is when he
Oh,
realized
no.
he was a socialist, right?
Oh my
There's
god.
no such thing as
He's
a
tearing into
coincidence.
Hassan. No fucking way. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's tearing into Hassan. Oh my god. They used to be friends. Somebody made a really good point. If Vaush had not been at home and had been getting ready to go to Progressive Victory to do the canvassing, this probably would not have happened. In fact, any political drama, any drama in this space that you think about, if they had just come to canvassing.
Look at him on that horse still. He looks comfortable.
The pussy.
Oh no.
No.
This motherfucker rode horses as a kid.
Don't spoil this for me, Sashi. Don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen everything yet.
I mean, we talked about it many times.
Pony ass. Pony Express ass looking.
Pony Express.
Excuse me.
You just revealed that you're afraid of horses, right, Ethan?
I'm not afraid of horses. I just think they're powerful. They should be respected, not fucked around with.
I'm scared of
Okay,
horses.
yeah.
I didn't
I
say
mean,
I was scared
that's
of them.
100% fair and true.
I said they are scary. Like if you don't want to stand behind a horse, you'll die.
I got
Yeah, no.
bit by a horse.
Oh
Did
shit!
you really?
Yeah.
What?
You heard it here, folks. People won't discover your horse collection if you do IRL political work. Very true. So true. Guess who didn't get in trouble? Because they were busy doing real life political work.
No, they
Yeah.
did that.
My dad had a listing on a property. There were a bunch of horses, and this big fucking like Arabian horse just came up and just fucking bit my arm.
This is not today's H3. We're watching it from the beginning. Prior to this, we went through Vaush's history prior to his folder being leaked. It's worth a watch. You can rewind the VOD. I first talk about the canvassing, and then after that, we get into Vaush's long history of horse-centered comments. So, yeah.
Blame it on the Arabian horse.
Hey, anti-Semitic horse.
But every time I'm next to a horse in real life, I'm always struck by how massive and like
They are powerful.
muscular.
They can fucking kill you. I have said this before. I think horses are scary. I do think that they're scary. I am scared of horses. I don't want to be near a horse, okay? That thing can bite my face off, and it can kick me so hard that it can Christopher Reeves me, all right?
They are. They're
Yeah.
really
They look pretty
incredible.
magical.
Their cocks are, yeah.
I didn't look at their cock. I'm not. Listen,
Muscular.
I'm a social democrat. We don't look at horse
Yeah,
cock.
we don't. You don't look at what's
Oh my god! Oh my god.
under the hood. Funny.
Here's a picture of great communist leaders.
Oh, wow. There is a connection here.
Great
Wow, dude. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm here for Ethan ripping on communism, but give me a second, because I need something to do with my hands. Otherwise, I'm gonna start doing things on the side here. So just a second, and I'm gonna get distracted and I won't be able to stream correctly. All right, I'm back. Is the ADHD video okay for you guys? Do you want me to change it to something else? I can change it to something else if it's not good enough for you guys. Let me change it. I'll change it just for some variety, okay? We'll do like kinetic sand or something like that, okay? Okay. No, this one isn't as colorful. Maybe this one? Yeah, people like this one. People like this one. We'll do this one. Okay.
communist leaders of our time. Kim Jong-un, Putin, Alex Jones is an interesting one, but and then Hassan.
Okay, Putin is definitely not a communist leader.
Well, we like to consider him part of the.
Vladimir Putin.
I think this is just a bunch of babes. Like,
Yeah,
black
no,
guys
this
on
is just a bunch of
horses.
hotties.
Okay, well, it's
Yeah.
a child. Calm down.
Well, he grew into a babe.
We didn't get to the lolly stuff yet.
Not
Idiot.
yet, right?
But it is
Christ.
in there. It's all good. I can't get a hold of myself. All right, focus, Ethan. So here's Hila.
So I don't know what I'm looking at.
So it's a bunch of folders. First of all, there's 5 folders.
Yeah.
Dude, love, there's got to be a clear one. I know I saw a clear one in this.
Well, I sent you. Well, I don't know which one you're looking at. I
The
can
one in
send
this
you
doc
one I
is-
got.
Isn't mega.
Here's the full one.
Okay, here, Hila. This is much better. Thank you. So there's old. There's a folder that says old. This document is called to be sorted. There's 5 folders in it. Old, taxes, XXX gifts, XXX pics, and XXX vids.
Wow.
Tassion.
So organized.
And now you get to the kind of unsorted, downloaded.
Oh, Wick, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Guys, Wick was somebody I met at the event for the first time. Thank you so much for the raid, Wick. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, Wickers. Canvassing was awesome. Guys, if you want to catch up on all of the history, what we did here is we went to the history of Vaush, his history of course comments and other problematic comments before even the folder leak. And now we're starting off with, we've gone over what happened with the folder leak, and now we're watching the first H3 segment on it, okay? First time here, but I've seen Stardust around in lots of debates. You're in for a doozy with this horse/goblin shit. Oh yeah, I'm aware. And once again, if you are on YouTube, you can always rewind the VOD and watch from the beginning, because we go into all of Vaush's historical horse comments, all right? The dude just can't get his mind off horses. He really can't. He loves them. So,
Images
please like
that
this
are
stream, by the way.
populated.
Please like the
Miscellany.
YouTube stream.
And it's yet to be sorted.
Now, the first thing I'm noticing is a King Garu from the new Legend of Zelda, and it appears to be, I can't be sure, but it appears to be King Garu.
If Vaush would have just sorted his folder instead of being lazy, this would have never happened. You're right. Another thing that Vaush could have done is come to the Progressive Victory canvassing event, and then this never would have happened, right? So,
And Dan pointed out,
hold on, you can't rewind Twitch. Not in the same way.
King Garu is horse-like.
He has equine-like features.
Yeah.
Go off, King.
I don't know if he's supposed to be like a horseman, but when we were trying to figure out if that's what it was, and I pulled up a picture, I was struck by how horse-like his face is. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, just trying to fuck I mean, he was powerful.
King
He-
Raru?
King Raru. He
Is
was
it Raru?
He had a lot of power, and he was charming.
King
But physically, he's
Raru.
not my type.
Here, let's pull him up, and y'all tell me if I'm off base with the horse comparison here.
We'll get to that. Yeah, I know. We'll get to
I
that.
guess he's more like a deer.
It's like
Can you pull it up? I can't see.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That's King Raru.
What do we think?
That's the one Vaush wants to fuck.
What
Oh,
the
it's definitely
fuck?
horse-like.
Yeah.
You think it's
I don't
horse-like?
know, I
Maybe.
mean,
Or
Some people were
deer-like,
saying
deer-like
goat.
maybe.
Goat. Yeah.
maybe.
What is it with like far leftists and like wanting to fuck like actual animals and stuff? I don't know.
like a deer.
Definitely
Oh,
not
wanting to
human.
be them, wanting to be animals.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Human
goaty.
enough.
Yeah, it's a little goaty. You're right.
He's goaded.
Maybe he is goaded.
So there's that, and then we move to the other parts. And Love, you've kind of
Stardust, Keffels is gonna join LolCal live, but she's sandbagging them. What do you mean by that? Like, are they live right now? Wild.
know the specifics about what's in here.
True, it's a bad look. Just be normal. Just keep it to yourself. Like, keep your, fetishes to yourself, man.
Not not to saying anything, but you did. You are boots on the ground. You put
Yeah, yesterday when we were talking about it on the live stream, I found a Twitter thread saying that one of the animes depicted in these thumbnails are apparently the main character in that anime is 16, which
So
is
it's
quite deeming.
So it's
That's my understanding.
it is a sex series based on what I saw.
No, so there's an anime of it, and I guess this is a sexual version of
Okay,
that
so
anime.
in the anime, she is specifically 16 years old.
And then,
16
He
is
has
the
and then he has a of that character.
Yeah. And there's a photo I saw that was like, there's the one I saw on that you showed me, AB.
Yeah.
That Hila's got to
We're gonna
see
speed
that.
this up a little
When you
bit.
go below
I'll send you
16,
it.
like 15 and stuff like that.
But
that
here,
go-
it gets kind of hard to see because it's so small. But here, I mean, it just looks like hentai. Here's some big ass horse cocks.
Stardust, you already explained to us that Beckett has a horse persona during the Brony allegation arc. Oh, fuck, you're right. But there's a difference, okay? Because at least furries are into, like, fictional characters. Like, some people really want to be animals and stuff.
Here's a girl treating a horse cock. Here's a horse cock silhouette with a big horse cock. Here's more Lord Raru fairy stuff. You see the horse here? And then this is
Hey,
a horse
Tron.
tit. Yeah. And then this stuff is super graphic
You're a
actually.
lion, dog face, pony soldier.
It gets a little hazy here.
Yeah, I can't
Can you fill in the blanks? What am I looking at like on the bottom
I don't
row?
know.
The bottom is
God.
rough.
Okay,
I
look
don't
at
know
this
nothing
one.
about
Hila.
nobody.
This is the cartoon character that's 16.
Let me double. I don't want to say for sure, but I believe.
Is this live right now, Mad
Do you see
Max?
this?
I'm assuming
This-
it is.
What do you think of that?
16 is the age
Disturbing.
of
That's
consent.
vile.
I don't like it.
It looks
Oh,
like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
It's really. And then here's another one. This one was on there too, of the same character. So those are the images that we saw. Also shout out. He has his taxes there, which I think is interesting and clever. It ensures he does not forget
Now he gets audited.
to pay his taxes. He'll never lose it there.
He gets audited.
Like he's like, I'm not gonna lose this shit. Going in my stash.
Yeah. To be fair, this is stuff he had to like take care of legally.
Oh, it's a VTuber.
Yeah, so-
Not Suru Matsuri. Maybe some people know who that is. I don't know, but here I'll show you the picture of her. She is like clearly a child.
Age
She's actually
16,
5,000, so it's
But
okay.
that's like a young.
So I've
16.
already expressed this earlier, but again, there is a meaningful distinction, right, to be made between like actual videos and images of children being abused versus like fantasy, drawings of like fictional characters in different worlds, right? Obviously, there's a difference there. They're both still really fucked. They're both still really fucked. They're both still something we should probably socially discourage. The illustrations are, but we can say that there's a meaningful distinction because the fantasy illustrations are not depictions of the fantasy illustrations are not necessarily those depictions of those things, and obviously like a video of a kid getting raped is way worse than like an anime of whatever. But I would still say they're both bad. We should still discourage both of them. So yeah, we should discourage it. I think it's fine to call it weird, So
Until I feel like so he has some very graphic.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just
This
no.
is, oh, I didn't realize what you were pulling up.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is just
this is okay to show.
the page about the character's virtual. She's a VTuber, I guess, or I don't know what all that means, but it's a virtual
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
personality. Matsuri is an energetic, expressive, and somewhat chaotic cheerleader girl who is bubbly as a festival. I've read enough.
The way a lot of fucking weirdos get away with kind of stuff like this is they say in the lore, this character is like 1 billion years old. and
Oh,
just,
yeah, it's still weird. It's still fucked, right?
like
yeah,
a
that's
fairy
the
or whatever.
lolly
Oh,
shit.
yeah, but then
bullshit.
like it looks like a fucking infant or some
Yes.
shit.
So wait, in this though, she's not. She's
In this
16.
case, it's even worse because it's like confirmed she's 16. And
They
she
don't even
looks,
pretend,
She
yeah.
looks 9.
Yeah.
What's with the stamping? It's our video in the corner so we don't get distracted. All right.
And in the picture from the horse file, she looks even younger, honestly.
Dude, that one's really fucked up. There's one of her, correct me if I'm wrong, filleting a horse.
I can't, okay, because it's blurred, the clearer version, but she's doing that to someone. I can't tell if it's a hairy man or a horse.
Okay. I mean, bro, that's enough. That to me is enough. I've seen enough. No one was harmed in the production of this. I was, and seeing it. I don't know if that counts. But let's move on, because that's not, it only gets better from here.
Really?
I haven't watched, wait, what? Yeah, I'm only looking at what was in his folder. That's it. I have not. Yeah, anyway. So this led people to compiling questionable clips from Vaush's past. Apparently, he has a colorful history of saying really bizarre, creepy, weird shit.
It's rewind time.
Now, this is the one that people say is always taken out of context. So let's do our best here to give it full due. So here, now here's a compilation. Okay, so if there's anything out of context here, let me know. This was made by the YouTube Police Department. That's I've never heard of them.
ACAB,
I know,
including
it's a
YouTube
Twitter
police.
account. Of course, you're
ACAB means YouTube police too. Okay.
Wow, Cavcab, really? You gonna call ACAB on them? That says a lot. 14-year-old Natalie Portman. So here's some of the greatest hits. Let's listen.
Assuming child would be legal, I think that would be, yes, more legal and more ethically consistent. Yes, 100%. Listen very carefully to the exact language that I use. I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child should be illegal. The argument that I was making, and I've made this argument a bunch of times, and I've addressed this poorly made argument a bunch of times here. Why is the possession of child immoral? People are inconsistent in their moral outrage at commodities which hurt people when they're produced. So people will laugh off cocoa butter or chocolate or or cobalt or other products that we tend to get through a really, really unethical system. But then they're really, really quick to deny.
Well, we do have a special place in our heart for child rapists.
He's
I think,
seriously
as
trying to
general.
make it
You eat
legitimate.
chocolate. You eat
What?
chocolate, but you don't. But you dare to care about child and you eat chocolate. You're gonna sit there and eat
Bro.
chocolate.
An insane take.
It is utterly, absolutely bananas. And frankly, to put even if you have some like rational connection you've made in your mind,
Unfortunate sound clip. Yeah, very.
it's not worth putting your neck out for that one, brother. Like, let's keep that one locked up in the chamber. We don't need to give pedos any green lights.
Insane.
I'm so confused by people in chat. We have had so many people in chat like, you don't know the full context.
We'll watch it.
Oh, don't worry. We have the longer
it all.
clips.
Yeah, I know. But the funny part is that, sure, it's slightly different, but it's still so
Well,
bad.
it's funny because like in this part
Okay, we can
particularly,
probably round up some people today if you know what I'm saying.
right.
Well, honeypot.
here's
Honeypot in our own chat.
It's funny because people go, "Oh, he's taken out of context," but listen what he says.
Consistent. Yes, 100%. Listen very carefully to the exact language that I use.
Listen very carefully as I express myself articulately and clearly as I possibly can.
I've yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child should be illegal. The
But
argument.
wait, how?
Whoa.
What does he mean by that?
Whoa,
Like,
what the
first of all,
fuck?
the,
It's insanely
the
wrong.
making of it
Is a
or
crime.
a
horrific crime. One of the worst, probably one of the worst crimes you can commit.
Oh my god, especially as a man, you should not be saying that kind of stuff. Jesus fucking Christ. These clips are out of context. He uses the analogy for child labor debate. Yeah, but it's just bad. It's just bad. I know that there's more context to them, but it's just bad. Even with the context, it's still bad, bro. Goddamn, dude. Like,
How does somebody get to the point of possessing this content? Must be illegal.
The problem is, I think what he's saying is, if you have it, you're not hurting anyone. But what you are doing is you are
Supply and demand.
Exactly. You're creating a demand for a product.
He talks about all of this.
Okay, let's watch it. Well, I'll wait then. I'll wait.
No,
If you want to get into it, just go to. We have this full clip, like not in the compilation.
Let me watch the
Like,
compilation. I'm not
watch the
going to pause
compilation,
it.
And you should go through
and then
the
we'll move
actual
on.
ones one
Yeah.
by one, because
Okay.
a lot of what you're asking is
Got it.
talked
Okay.
about.
Okay. Good.
That I was making, and I've made this argument a bunch of times, and I've addressed this poorly made argument a bunch of times here. Why is the possession of child immoral? People are inconsistent in their moral outrage at commodities which hurt people when they're produced. So people.
Are you calling child a commodity? Is that traded on Forex? What's the going rate on child on the S&P right now? The fuck?
Will laugh off cocoa butter or chocolate or or cobalt or other products that we tend to get through a really, really unethical.
Those things can be produced ethically.
Mm-hmm.
Child cannot.
And also, I don't think people necessarily know that it is made unethically. I've only learned about that recently when we're talking about chocolate.
Well, your influence on that is extremely limited. Like iPhones, they get cobalt. You don't know where the fuck they're getting their
But
rare earth minerals from, and you just go and buy a phone. It's like you have a limited control over that.
And it's something that people do try actively to not allow to happen. It's not like people are like, oh yeah, let's have child.
I want cobalt that was made by child slaves.
Yeah.
he's arguing against child labor. I understand that, but there has to be a better analogy that he can use. He likes to use uncomfortable analogies to throw off his opponent. I understand that, but there has to be, I don't know, there has to be something else. I don't know. Look, I understand what he was trying to do, but it's just a bad look, especially adding on to all of this stuff, right?
Which is what consumers of the do. But frankly, again, you can do all those things ethically, and hopefully we're walking towards a world in which cobalt and cocoa butter and chocolate and coffee and all that shit is made ethically. However, we will never live in a world where child can be made ethically.
Right.
And the thought of it is absolutely obscene. Like, don't even, you know what I mean? Like, fuck me, dude.
System, but then they're really, really quick to denounce child porn. Now, you'll never be able to find a clip of me saying that I think it's good to have child porn. Should consuming child
He's stopped using this argument for years now because of how bad the argument sounds. Yeah. Oh my god. Terrible. Literally, Vaush hasn't had these combos in years. I know, but when all of this comes out, it's still... Sorry, my brain. When all of this comes out, like, it's still going to be dragged up, obviously, right? People want to look at, like, a pattern of behavior, see if you're, like, if there are other signs or something like that, you know?
be legal? Yes, 100%.
Please, right now, uncuck your dumb shit, libcuck fucking SJW brains and recognize this empirically correct fact that I am about.
Once again, he sets it up in the clearest terms possible. Clear your ears out, everybody. Sit down and listen to every word, which I mean with my whole body and soul.
It is possible for an adult and a
Again, like, you know, I don't know.
Child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well.
That's game. I don't know how he survived that one.
What?
I don't know how he survived that one.
That sentence should not be said no matter what the context.
Is there more context to that one?
Yeah, there's.
It is.
Yeah, that we have that clip as well.
Phenomenal.
I honestly think it's.
Because I'm so.
I can't wait.
I think it's a mistake to be watching these clips
Okay.
because we're giving an opportunity to be like, oh, you're not understanding the full context.
So just
We
go
are
ahead.
going to. We're going to get the full context. Don't say, you can't say that. That's not fair. We're going to watch them all. But we're almost done with the compilation.
Okay.
Vaush gets kicked off of platforms for saying.
I love this
not
shirt,
for saying pedophilia
Stardust.
can be
Damn,
good for
dude.
children.
Which is
Sick
an exact
fucking world.
quote.
And here, I'll ask you. Just follow through.
No,
with
I
me 30
don't.
seconds.
I'm not an idealist. I'm not going to talk about hypotheticals that don't have any bearing on material reality. I'm not going to talk about
We're
hypothetical
not talking-
situations where adults can molest children and it has a positive outcome. Not something I'm going to talk
You're
about.
the one talking.
Fair
Wait, hold
enough.
on. Wait, hold on. First of all,
I don't know why you want.
Here's a comment from his Discord, which I'm assuming is real. I don't know. But it says, the way I see it, the age of consent exists out of respect for the numerous power imbalances older people have over younger people. As those imbalances, or at least some of them, are redressed through the advent of socialism, the age of consent should therefore be lowered. I knew it was socialism that was doing this to people.
I don't endorse this.
What does socialism have to do with age of
Right.
consent? That's crazy.
I don't know. He's on some fucking libertarian brain, dude. I don't know what to say.
Dude, whoa.
Talk about this.
So imagine, all right? Imagine aliens come
Oh,
down to
God.
Earth.
This is
and they
absolutely
say,
ridiculous, Vaush.
Yeah. Okay, so, granted, a lot of those were not the full context. And it's fair to set it up that way because online, a lot of people that see those only see those.
Mm-hmm.
So today we give you that, and now we give you the full thing.
Okay.
Also, real quick, to give ownership, the person who made that was YouTube Police Department on Twitter.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice. Thank you.
Did you say that?
I had said that.
Okay, you know what?
Are you
Dan, no, I swear to God, I
kidding.
just got from the bathroom and I just had this thought. Let's put a monitor in the bathroom.
Bruh.
No, I'm so serious.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh my god, Glitterbell says Vaush made his stable for himself and now he gets to sleep in it. Jesus Christ, dude. Look, I'm not gonna deny, like, every streamer's gonna have something that is going to be taken out of context, or every streamer has something that they just shouldn't have said, right? But yeah, it's just a really shitty situation. It's just such a shitty situation on so many levels, you know? Like, this amount is, yeah, pretty wild, pretty degenerate. So, yeah.
It's a good idea.
No, that hasn't happened to any
Well,
of
hold
us.
on.
I like that.
I actually went number 2 on the bathroom. I bring my monitor.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I
By the way, guys, once again, please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member, joining the Patreon, or even becoming a member, a subscriber a subscriber on Discord. Okay, we have subscriptions on Discord enabled. We will be starting a book club very shortly. Okay, so just saying, guys, if you want to support the content and support me monetarily. Okay, this is not free, all right? You are not consuming my content for free, okay? Pay up, all right? Stars, do you think he's a, what are your odds? I don't think he's a, but I do think he's a degenerate, he's like a degenerate freak. I do think he's a degenerate freak. So, yeah. And I could be wrong on that, maybe, I don't know, but that's pretty fucking degenerate, you know? And should not be encouraged. I'm already subscribed. Well, you gotta do more on YouTube. Consider super chatting or becoming a member, okay, guys? That's how you monetarily support me, all right? Thank you. I love you. I love you. Or on Kick. You can subscribe on Kick, too. Give her money. True. Help! 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 Hit the like button. Help! Help! Good Emperor says he accused far-righters of being into loli hentai, so he's a hypocrite on top of that. Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. Yeah, yeah. Shared the stream as well. True.
It's delayed. It's delayed though, so I'm missing.
So we actually just bought some new monitor speakers and had the thought to put them out there.
You know what? I like the idea.
I like it.
One step ahead.
I'm thinking that if you don't say it, you're gonna get shit. So I'm just trying to cover. Otherwise, I would send it in chat. Even though I did that last time, you still read it out loud. But
we have the XLR run, so all we just gotta do is plug it in.
You know what? I think that's a good idea, though.
I mean, yeah,
I really like when we do live shows, how they have like speakers everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't miss anything.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. We'll get on that.
Should we? I guess this is one that Dan introduced me to that I think is good to set the tone. The Tacoma Wept one. Now Dan shared this.
All right. Just a little back. Listen, I don't want to get into it too much, but I will say that this was probably the first clip I ever saw of Vaush, and it was the last. It should have been the last clip that I ever saw of Vaush. It pretty much turned me off to ever paying attention to this guy.
So here he is.
Dude.
Somebody
Tell me
says
what
he
you
can't get laid, and he gets defensive about that. Why is it so small? I know there's full
I don't know.
screen.
It's a weird Twitter formatting thing.
Jesus
You
Christ.
get the idea.
Wait, is this guy seriously saying that I can't get laid? Incredible. I'll give you 5,000 if you can get poontang before January 1st. Do you have any idea who the fuck you're talking to? When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept.
Oh my god.
Even, like, ignoring the fact that I have a girlfriend, even if we're just talking like randos, I'm 2 hours away right now from being inside somebody else. This is one. I have two skills, and it's non-monogamy and speaking publicly. Okay. Do some fucking research.
Jesus.
Do some research.
Anytime anything huge happens, we have to say Tacoma.
That's definitely. So wait, is Tacoma Wept a
my
reference, or is that
God.
where you live?
No, I think it's yeah.
So he's genuinely
How
like.
have we never watched this?
I've seen it from Dan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tacoma
But
Wept is
I do
stuck
feel
in my
bad.
brain forever.
A lot of people in our audience like this guy, and so we've always just kind of purposely steered clear. But I've had that one in the back pocket for years, and it's behind the scenes. I've referenced Tacoma Wept.
I'm gonna comment that on your next Instagram post.
I think it's honestly a phenomenal, versatile. It sounds incredible. I mean, he's right though. He clearly has a knack for public speaking.
He does. Jesus, dude. She really doesn't F with Twitch, LOL. No, I F with Twitch. I do. Oh shit, Anonymous! Anonymous Gifter gave out 10 community sub gifts. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter. Thank you. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sorry, it doesn't pop up in my chat display until I tab over. My goodness. 10 community sub gifts, then 3 community sub gifts from Lay Slip. Thank you so much, you kind motherfuckers. Thank you. I love you. You guys are so kind. I've been dropping some bangers and she hasn't even noticed. Maybe if you turn the sound alerts on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wolf of Mandalore, thank you for the resubscribe. I did see that earlier. I did acknowledge you. You said, I don't know. I've been told I have a nice looking cock on several occasions. Yeah, very funny. Very funny. Okay, so Anonymous Gifter, thank you for the 10 gifted. Lay Slip, thank you for the 3 gifted. Wolf Mandalore, thank you for the resub. Tyson One, thank you for the 500 bits. Dr. JW, thank you for the 300 bits. You guys are based as fuck. Based as fuck. So, yeah, you guys are so awesome. Jesus. Jesus. And remember, if we hit our, if we hit like $100 in super chats on YouTube, I will do some songs for you guys, okay?
Tacoma Wept. You have it, Zach?
I'll pull it for the show.
But also, is this so gross how he goes, I'm 2 hours away from being inside of somebody else?
It's disgusting.
Like with or without
Jesus.
permission? What do you mean?
With permission, with permission.
Okay. Well, he wasn't clear about it. He made it sound like I'm coming inside.
Oh,
you.
he's hot shit.
Give me 2 hours.
Tacoma Wept.
Give me 2 hours and a bottle of ether.
Forgive me. I still don't get it. The Tacoma Web.
Oh, so he says because when I got off of Tinder, the entire city of Tacoma where he lives, people were crying.
Okay.
It was just so devastating that he wasn't on
Tacoma wept.
Got it.
Well, you know what they do say, you know, according to what we saw of his messages with Poppy, apparently, you know, he's got such an excellent, you know, good quality cock or whatever, so. I redeemed some blurps, but the sound alerts are off. I'm sorry.
He's good at two
Immaculate.
things. Fucking baby. And he's all out of words.
And look it up if you don't believe it.
And if I run out of people, and I'm all out of people to fuck.
Where's the next farm?
I want to hear Tacoma wept again. Yeah, I'm 2 hours from the nearest farm.
That's so. Oh my god.
I love you guys too.
Off Tinder because the fucking
Even if you're a fan, you got to admit this shit's kind of funny. You got to be giggling if you're a fan of Vaush. But I listen, I won't judge you if you keep watching, but I will be perpetually shocked that people are watching.
One of our chatters says, I live in Tacoma. I'm sorry for your loss.
quarantine, Tacoma wept. Any idea who the fuck you're talking to? When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept.
That's a lot.
Wow.
So that's just to set the tone.
Tacoma wept.
Should we? So let's get into the main sources here. So this one, Vaush explains the context of the quote. I am yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why CP should be illegal. So here is the full clip for our consideration.
Real quick, I have the soundbite now.
Go ahead.
To Blizzard Woofy for that one.
Tacoma
Jesus, dude.
It's tragedy. It is tragic. Dude, this whole thing is soundbite. Like the fertile valley. We got to pull all kinds from this.
Yeah. Also, when he says like, what was it? Look it up or research it.
Do your research.
Do your research.
on my sexual conquest. Here he is describing it. And by the way, I love this game. Dead Cells, great game. So
yeah,
fun.
shout out.
Yeah.
Tacoma wept. A convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child should be illegal.
Now that one, wow.
Wait 1 second.
That's a
Trying to figure out where Ian has the other box, the other pip.
Tacoma wept.
I know where it is.
Where's the pip, Ian?
Where's the pip? Where's the other pip?
Where's the pip, Ian?
Where's the pip, Ian? Here, I got it. I'll just move it.
Chat said I'm ignoring when you say something to get you back for never hearing me.
Huh?
Yeah, what?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're trying to get revenge by doing that?
That's what chat said. Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I mean, keep doing it.
Okay, go ahead.
It was
Proceed.
like 3 or 4 times today. It's really something amazing. I mean, it's funny now. I don't have to call it out. I just go, thanks, dude. Everybody knows. It's fun. We love it. We love it. We love these things. All right, go ahead. Justify. Explain.
A zinger, isn't it? I have yet to hear one convincing argument. Yeah, I saw Hyena. I have yet to hear one convincing argument for why child should be illegal. I know.
Oh my God.
Now,
why?
what the context that's missing here is that when I was saying that, I was saying in the world we live in right now, I don't think there's a convincing moral or legal argument which is consistent with the morals or legality that we currently have. Now, what does that mean? Well, the argument that I was making, and I've made this argument a bunch of times, and I've addressed this poorly made argument a bunch of times here on this stream, is that, well, let's go through the logic. Why is the possession of child immoral? Because it hurts people to make child, yeah? Because you have to hurt children to make it. That's why it's immoral. It's not magically immoral. It's immoral because of the harm that is caused by it. So, do we not possess other things that
you sound like
hurt
someone who's
people
trying to
in their
rationalize
production?
child abuse? Like that is an insane. That's actually.
It's like, okay, this is wrong.
That is not better.
This is wrong, but there's also other stuff that are wrong.
This is rationalizing. People who do horrible shit, they rationalize it in their minds so they can live with it. This man says, you eat chocolate and you dare to care about child. That's what his point is, right?
I can't stop looking.
Well, honestly, actually, you could make the opposite argument, right? Child labor is bad, obviously. Like, hard child labor is bad, especially in other, parts of the world. But you know what they would be doing if they weren't doing child labor, right? They would be doing sex work, which is super fucked, you know?
He had his shirt that says adult only. Like, why?
It's like his own version of girl math.
Unless it's the hentai I'm downloading.
That's boy math you're asking
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, that's the boy math you were talking about.
Go ahead, Vaush. Let's follow the logic, as you said.
Say, for example, the innumerable supply chains which hurt other people, the child slavery, what have you. The argument that I was making essentially is that people are inconsistent in their moral outrage at commodities which hurt people when they're produced.
Okay.
So people will laugh off cocoa butter or chocolate or or cobalt or other products that we tend to get through a really, really unethical system, but then they're really, really quick to denounce child. Now, you'll never
As
be
you
able to.
should be.
That's not a problem.
As you should be.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
You should be really quick to denounce.
Even if there's some, can you fault them? Because like one is very easy to understand.
One is
why it's
like
fucked up.
the wrong thing is right in front of you.
No
The
analysis
other one,
needed.
The other one, you need to know and you need to do research and
Yeah.
you need to learn that it's behind the scenes. It's being made wrongly.
It's not easy to piece all that together. So, does it surprise you that people care about more than they care about cobalt farming? I mean, it shouldn't. Absolutely shouldn't. We all have children. I don't have a cobalt mine in my backyard. I don't know what the fuck that's like. Just being real. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't like
also
that.
think your point that you already made earlier about you could figure out a way to make those things ethically. You cannot figure out
It's not the same.
a way to make
Child it's not a commodity.
Mhm.
It's not. It's something else. This isn't wheat and fucking cobalt and shit.
Yeah.
Shipped on boats and traded internationally. This is something else. Putting it in the
Dude, Ethan is so fucking goated. He really is. He really is. I should have just been much more open about how much I loved him. I should have been. I should have been so much more open about how much I loved him. I know, I'm friends with people who hate him, but... And I'm in a circle that generally dislikes him, but God, I loved him for years. My friends loved him for years, you know?
Same bracket as that is truly just a rationalization. I mean, in the worst possible way. It's actually really fucked up.
To find a clip of me saying that I think it's good to have child or that it's okay to hurt children or anything like that, because those were never the arguments that I was making. It was only an indication, oh my God, it's just like every other clip of you, quote unquote, defending. Yep, it's just like the other 47 times this has happened. Now,
that doesn't seem like an exaggeration.
Well, why are you defending it 47 times?
I think he's kidding. He's kidding. Or is he not kidding?
Well, we already seen in the highlight
that is
clip.
kind of
there's-
true because there are
yeah,
other clips. So
just from what we've seen in the highlight clip.
Holy shit. I'm sorry. 20 minutes from Tacoma, there's this famous case of a guy died from injuries sustained while attempting to have sex with a horse.
Jesus.
Wept.
We lost a good one. that day.
Jesus! Oh my
Tinder
God.
wept. What was he trying to? Which was he on top or on bottom?
Yes,
Do you think it says that?
engaging in receptive
Oh, it does
anal
say it.
intercourse
People
with
do
a
that.
horse.
Yeah, dude, he was getting railed by a horse. And
Oh my God. Oh
I guess there was
my
multiple
God.
guys, and it was labeled by the internet 2 guys, 1 horse.
Do you think he knew that?
Ah,
Vaush might have been there.
oh my
man.
God.
That's why Tacoma wept, because he died.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the Mr. Hands.
Yeah, Zach,
case.
that's what you were saying.
That's the Mr.
Yeah,
Hands.
okay,
case.
because you were saying Mr. Hands. I'm like, who the hell's that? You're right.
Mr. Hands?
Zach brought up to me, he's like, it's like Mr. Hands. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but that's the case. They went under the alias Mr. Hands,
Wow.
I don't know.
the horse fucker.
okay, Brad, in the chat here. You
So-
just wrote, "I'm hot."
Tacoma
Oh,
wept.
It's like Brad.
I want to fuck me right now. That means put on the AC, please. Thank you, legend.
So that was a bit nasty.
We love you. We need Phidias back on the show.
Yeah.
Everybody misses him. Like he won everybody over.
Wow.
It was really actually phenomenal.
Dude, he's in like the European Parliament or some shit right now. I've been following his
Oh
story.
yeah, what is he doing?
Yeah, he took a flight to somewhere and he's hanging out with politicians from what I've seen. On his story.
Oh yeah,
or
he
some
said he was
shit.
running for president because he's the most famous Siberian. We got,
that.
dude. Can we set up a call with
You
him?
want another one?
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to hear
Still
from
don't know
Phidias.
how old he is. You know.
It's interesting.
Okay, so
I want to
Mr.
fuck
Hands
this
is like
bitch.
a case that people know about?
Yeah, a lot of people in chat seem to be familiar.
Why they call him Mr. Hands?
That was his
Yeah.
name online. That,
Okay.
Was he like a known horse fucker?
Yeah, he like recorded a bunch of
Jesus
films, I believe.
Christ,
They were
dude.
released after he died, maybe.
Oh, like that's awesome. It's like Tupac albums.
Yeah, like oh no, that's Biggie.
He died for what he loves. All right, Vaush, go ahead. But so here's what I'm getting from this. His original statement, I have yet to hear a moral or legal argument for why.
By the way, okay, I finally updated my goals here. So it should be much easier to see where we are in our goals. 17% of the super chat goal has been achieved. So
Possession of should be illegal. Let's isolate that and compare it to what he said was his explanation for saying that. And it doesn't really make sense.
Mhm.
The comment he's saying, his explanation for justifying that comment doesn't really line up to me.
it's
If you're
so-
trying to say that people are morally inconsistent with things like cobalt and chocolate and coffee, you would say that. You wouldn't say, you could say that a billion other ways that would be way more effective. And as he said himself, he has 2 skills. One is, being a public speaker, and the other one is non-monogamy. And horses involved in that, apparently. His
Jesus.
partners could be a man, woman, or, in his case,
Centaur,
an
like
animal.
creature, somewhere in between.
But my point is, this guy's smart and he's a good communicator. So
Why
like,
the
him
fuck?
saying, does that even speak to what he said? If he says, I haven't heard a convincing moral or legal argument for why CP should be illegal, does that in any way actually address what he said he's saying?
Well, okay, so the argument is that, under capitalism, we have all of these commodities and supply chains that are part of our everyday life, and the acquisition of those things, it involves oftentimes things that we consider immoral, either slave labor or just massively underpaid labor, or, excuse me, Dennis. And he's saying that if you are okay, this is his point, if you're okay with that, then you don't really you're a hypocrite if you're not okay with the stuff.
And if you were trying to convey that, would you say, I have never heard anyone give me a convincing argument why should be illegal or is even immoral?
Right. Well, I think
work that in
what you
somehow.
said
Right.
is the big gaping hole, in my opinion, of what he.
And I'm not
is
talking about
I'm not
Mr.
talking about
Hands.
his asshole after the horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 for 4. 4 for 4.
Thanks, bro.
I think
Glad
the
someone's
big gaping
keeping
hole
count.
is that one, like cobalt, chocolate, like they're. Listen, I agree that there are terrible practices involved in the acquisition of a lot of these things, but at the end of the day, those are all commodities that have some utility to society. And you can still quibble about like, oh, is us having chocolate as privileged Westerners, is that, make it okay that we use slave labor? And, you can denounce that. There is no situation where the child is okay.
Like,
there is, like, that doesn't exist.
Right.
And so
Yeah,
the
sure.
comparison doesn't work. It doesn't
work.
I frankly,
comparison.
hearing him explain the quote context makes me, frankly, I don't believe him because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Those two statements are not logically connected.
Because it's more, they're victims more than commodities. I know what he's trying to get across. I mean, it doesn't make no fucking sense, but
I don't believe him.
Yeah.
I don't believe that that's what he meant even.
Yeah.
The argument is just like so flimsy because he then has to say that not the act of making the child is immoral, but like you have to at a certain point say that simply child, if there isn't a victim, is moral. Like
That's he does
that's-
come close to saying that when he said previously, which I guess there's more context to, that children and adults can have meaningful, healthy sexual relationships.
And it can be
That's a
positive
crazy-
for the child.
So I believe the next clip that we have
Is that another justification for CP? I mean,
it just
pretty much.
by the way, let me just
It's funny because I played that clip to my sister, and I'm like, okay, best faith interpretation of this clip is that maybe in some universe, in some alternate reality, that could be the case. But basically, in every situation in our world, in our reality, that is not the case, right?
defend myself. Everyone says, "Oh, Ethan, I saw you sniff your finger."
Oh boy.
There was a little thing here. I didn't know if it was a piece of cake or a piece of cardboard. So I touched it and I smelled my fingers to see. It's cardboard, by the way.
Oh, I'll defend you. I've done things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
So that's that. Let me keep seeing if there's anything else here.
Are we gonna watch more context for that statement? Because that
Apparently,
one
yes.
is wild.
Apparently, yes.
Okay, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Tacoma wept. The point that I'm making here is that I think that all of these things are immoral.
See,
I
don't think that that's what you were saying.
I mean, you can disagree.
Show me the original clip.
I think the issue is still in his explanation. I don't think the explanation. You're saying you just don't believe him.
I don't believe him because what he's saying doesn't make sense. What he
I
said.
mean, I don't know.
Stardust, that's what Vaush says in the rest of that clip. Jesus Christ, dude.
Connect to what he's. Let's see the original clip. I don't want to see him trying to
explain it away.
Yeah, here he is trying to
try to find
rationalize
that.
it. Let's see the original clip. I want to see that, and then I'll have a better idea of what he was actually saying at the moment.
Right.
And again, this is a man who touts one of.
Oh my God, Kriegi Parsnip says, "What's worse, capitalist exploitation or child rape?" I'm going to say the overt act of child rape because it's viscerally disgusting. Yeah, also because it can like cause internal organ damage to the people it's done to. He goes on to make a statement about rule utilitarianism versus act utilitarianism. Yeah, only a philosophy cuck would be doing that, I feel, you know? But good God, these are just not things that you should be saying. Like, they do not help his case whatsoever.
Of his two skills in life as being a public speaker.
These things should be illegal. And the reason why this cancellation attempt comes up every couple of months is because, and by the way, this never comes up in person when people talk to me.
Well, okay.
Okay.
I guess it's fair. I guess it doesn't matter.
Everyone's a coward.
I dare you to call me in my face.
It's because the people who make these accusations about me know they would get blown the fuck out. Oh, drama alerts in chat. Oh,
what does that mean? That you would fight them?
Drama alert in chat.
Is that what he meant? That I will
I think
fight you?
he's a debater. He wants to debate you.
He's going to want to debate me on this.
Specifically. I mean,
he's going to want to debate me on this.
Are you
I'll take that.
interested?
I'll do it. He's apparently the great debater. He fancies himself as.
Oh
So
my
what happens
God.
when Chris Hansen meets the? I'm kidding. I'm not Chris Hansen. But what happens when the hay meets the horse?
So no cookies for you?
Let's get to the bottom of it, Bucko.
What was on the agenda tonight?
Keem, do you want to come on? We can talk
What
about
is
it.
Team
Start
stars
doing
in here.
there.
Oh, that's a time. That's my time to exit. So okay, that's his. Now I don't know. I mean, does people think that that explanation is convincing?
I mean, his supporters think so. Yeah.
It's,
He just said that
I
he
didn't find it
destroyed Ethan in
particularly
a debate and
my
then
problem
pulled
is
out of the
that
debate.
there's no logic there. Like,
Doesn't connect.
it doesn't connect, and he seems like a smart guy, so why would that one be
People want me to debate him.
so weird?
Do you think he's going to
Why
debate
is
me
the
on whether?
word for hand-drawn or computer-generated animation banned here? Because somebody, like 2 years ago, came into every single live stream I had, and the entire live stream would continue to ask me to cover anime or talk about anime. And I got so sick of it, I just fucking banned the word. So, yeah. And I've been too lazy to remove the ban on the word.
Or not, he's.
Whether or not
He would.
he's
I'm sure.
I guess he has nothing to lose, but
That's pretty much what he does in one of these clips. Well,
that's kind of
right.
insane.
Yeah, there's one coming up where he is doing exactly that. So
Okay, Vaush, if you want to debate.
Well, he hasn't said that.
Yeah, because I tried using @ and the exclamation to get around it, and it failed Lamau. Yeah, because the person who kept doing it started changing how they spelled anime until I got so irritated with them. I think either they stopped or somebody must have banned them. Who knows?
I don't want to. I know it.
He's the biggest debate lord online.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sure
in his opinion, that's the only way he can fix this. Yeah, I don't know that. I kind of am with the other guy. He's like, I don't want to argue if is bad. I don't want to even engage in that conversation necessarily.
It is.
You know,
It is bad. There is
and
again an argument to. Never mind. I'm not.
and coffee and all that shit.
It's just a very weird argument to make.
Like, even if what you're saying is true, which it's not, I don't want to have the conversation because there's going to be they're like, yeah, that explains why everybody else is a hypocrite. Dudes are going to go home and fuck a kid and be like, everyone's a hypocrite. How dare they judge me?
Jesus
That's the world you want to live in.
Go eat your chocolate.
Everyone has their vice. I fuck kids. You eat chocolate. I don't see the big difference. I mean, dude, you're going to get, dude, there's no shot.
What's your argument?
There's no fucking shot, bro. What's your argument?
There
That would be a hell of a debate. I mean, I don't even know how to even get into that. Let's see if he wants to, and I'll think about it. The topic for today is Vaush in support of and zoophilia. The debaters, Ethan and Vaush, the horse, Jackson. I don't know what his last name is. And welcome everybody to today's episode of When the Hay Meets the Horse.
Tacoma wept.
Tacoma wept, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Wept.
Oh man. All right, so let's move on then. I guess guys, monitor the chat. If there's fans of him that are saying I am missing something, please let me know. Here's the next one. Context of this is the one you said, Hila. Is it possible for a child to have sexual relationship and it be positive? Here's his explanation for that one.
Okay, look, this is super duper simple, okay?
No, it's not.
Utilitarianism, act utilitarianism, is about considering the consequences of a specific action, okay?
Bro, why did you have to mix Zelda into all this shit, man?
How are we talking about utilitarianism?
He's really coming after Ocarina of Time with this conversation. That means so much to so many of us.
Majora's Mask.
Oh, that's Majora's Mask? My bad. Fuck.
Okay.
I actually started playing that recently.
Oh, I love it.
Me and Teddy were playing it for a bit. But we lost.
Oh, that's cute.
It's kind of scary. It's intense.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's
It's
a
all about
different
death.
hard, too.
Yeah, it's a dark one.
Super hard.
We have an interesting update. Vaush addresses the folder just recently,
Oh,
like 30 minutes ago. After we get through this, I'll send it.
Okay. We'll circle back.
Breaking update.
Breaking update.
Big news.
The ad placement in AB's shop. Oh, don't move it.
No, I hide this on purpose.
All right, go ahead, Vaush.
It is possible, please right now, uncuck your dumb shit libcuck fucking SJW brains
Okay, I'm doing
and
that.
recognize this empirically correct fact that I am about to spit. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. That is possible.
No.
Yeah, you know what my physicist says is possible? I could fall through the ground because our atoms are lined up in the same wavelength somehow. I mean, who gives a fuck?
No.
Yeah,
I only have one word. No.
What are you saying? That like teenagers had sex with adults in like ancient Greek and that was fine, or something? Like, what is your point? That in some magical world, like, what's the point of this argument?
This one is crazy. My blood is starting to boil.
Why are you saying this?
Blood boiling.
What point are you trying to make? All right, go ahead, Vaush.
However, categorically,
No, don't. However, it's not.
discourage those relationships because, as a rule, it is
He's sweating, bro. He knows he fucked up. He knows.
Christ.
He said too much.
Jesus Christ.
substantially more likely that enabling them would cause harm in society.
Raw.
That's the difference between
raw.
Wait, let me.
Why
go.
is he saying
Yeah, let me go
raw?
back. Let me hear this. He looks scared.
Raw.
He looks like Chris Hansen about to come in that door.
and for it to have positive outcomes on the child.
Dude, his shirt. Why does he gotta have the wildest shirt? Raw, yeah, raw,
Nasty,
baby.
Why don't you take a seat right over there?
Yeah, the shirts really don't help his whole argument so far.
The raw.
The other one with the adult
Well.
only.
That is possible. However, categorically, we discourage those relationships because, as a rule, it is substantially more likely that enabling them would cause harm in society.
Okay, so why?
No.
What is the point of like
No.
sussing this out
No.
exactly?
No. No.
You're saying in no cases is this possible?
I'm saying this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's upsetting.
Yeah, there- I
really
mean,
upsetting.
But there's just no point to
It's
have
really
this
upsetting.
conversation.
Why have this conversation? What is he saying? That maybe there's one case where it didn't traumatize the kid? Show me that one case first of all. But so what? So maybe there's one. So then we're all hypocrites because
Well, he's saying
What?
on the whole, it's more likely.
I love debates. Hippy Dippy is how I discovered Stardust. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Did any of you guys watch the stream where I got to be on for like 5 minutes? Did you guys watch a stream from Ohio? I'm so happy that I was able to be on that. That I got an opportunity to be on that, even if it was like for a short period of time. And I have to say I have a lot of respect for Not So Erudite. She really, really works very hard. And a lot of respect for all of the PV organizers as well. Lauren Northern, you know, there's some other people, I don't remember their names, and Sam, and yeah, it's just, did you enjoy Ohio? I did. It was so fun. Next time I go to one of these things, I'll announce it, okay? So yeah, it was super fun. And yeah, it's, I think it's on last night on Destiny, there's a video from that stream where all of us are there, all of the orbiters are there, and it's so cute. It's so cute. The picture of us. Oh my god. Oh no, they bought you off your DNC shill now? No, I am still not sponsored by Progressive Victory. I am not sponsored by them, all right? Not sponsored. I did go to the event though. Okay, Wick. I have not received a single paycheck from them, so. I saw Stardust the first time in a debate where Destiny was getting teamed up on and Star showed up yelling at everybody. I don't remember that. Have you spoken to Destiny before? Yeah, he's chill. Star is an independent, let's go. True, and that's why you should give me money. Because other people are getting, you know, some awesome paychecks, but, you know, Star is very poor. So please, give me money, okay? Star is an independent, you should leverage that. I'll think about it. Glad to hear you had a good time. I'm an Ohioan who canvassed for the first time in Cincinnati. It feels good to know people weren't totally miserable here for a change, yeah. Support the local scene, so true. So true. Ohioans rise up, so true. Give money to beggar. I give you some cash, but I'm all poor, no problem. Every day, Stardust drifts further and further to base centrist. No, I'm still center left. I'll give you my Prime sub on Twitch if it means anything. Yeah, I love that. Thank you. So kind of you. Obviously, if you guys can't afford to support me, don't worry about it. But what you can afford is pressing the like button on the YouTube stream. That helps boost me in the algorithm. Okay, anyways, resuming.
Negatively affect kids.
Right.
And therefore, as a whole, we view it as a bad thing. Even though sometimes, in some cases, it's a good thing.
No.
Yeah.
I say no.
Yeah.
And also show me, who are you talking about? What is this?
Wait on that.
And why?
Whoops.
I mean, I guess anything's possible.
Why is this a conversation?
Oh shit, Skyworks says, first time I saw her Stardust was when she turned up on Raw Specs, the Lion's Den in the UK. You are a true oldie, Skyworks. You are a true oldie. Those were the days. Those were the days before I became, you know, anything. Yeah, turn on the notifications too. Damn, those were the days.
Conversation you want to have.
I don't. That's my question
That's
about the
like-
first and the clip too.
Yes, like the first question
Why
should
bring
be
this
like,
up?
okay, shut up. Why?
This isn't like a pertinent philosophical question that needs to be thought through. This is like
Came to my mind recently when you were like, chat, eviscerate him. Eviscerate him. Yeah, I don't know who I said it about. I claimed that somebody called me fat, and then I started screaming, chat, eviscerate him.
Disgusting.
Perversion, dude. This is like a man. What I see is someone rationalizing of child, frankly. That's what I'm seeing. And so maybe it feels pertinent to you. And again, I don't know what kind of well, I do actually, based on, but not all of it. I don't know what else is in that folder if you scroll down. But this is a guy who seems eager to rationalize the consumption of on both accounts. Oh, we have a Vaush fan in chat. All right, what am I missing? Vaush said that is just as bad as child slavery. And if you're okay with slavery, bit, you have to be okay with which is objectively
No,
true.
that's ridiculous.
We all understood that was the point he was making. That's
That
a
is
bad
still
point.
a ridiculous point. First of all, nobody said they're okay with slavery. Second of all, we said that that one can be more complicated, first of all, to know that it's happening, but also there are things to do
Pagan, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Very much appreciated.
about avoiding it. And I think companies are constantly working on that.
And the point is
the
that
other
you-
one is just bad in all cases.
Exactly.
It's
You
always
can
bad.
make coffee ethically.
Yeah.
It's not inherent to it.
If you're going and buying an iPhone and there's some unethical cobalt in it, nobody's gonna fucking know that. But
How
if
am
you're
I
sitting
supposed to
down to
know?
watch CP, guess what? I got no questions.
Right.
There's no
Right.
questions left.
Right.
Right.
There's none. It's a weird point. I don't care how much y'all love him. It's a weird ass point to make. Whether he's right or wrong, it's fucking weird. Oh, he wants to talk. That's totally cool, but you'll have to wait a sec
Did I do the wrong command again?
You're getting your mane trimmed? Bro.
You want me to?
Not today.
Not right now.
We're
Yeah, it's
almost
too late,
out of
it's too
time.
late. Let's chew on
We're
this
at
a
3
bit.
hours.
Okay.
Let's chew on
I don't
this
know if we're
like
gonna
some
get to
fresh
James and
hay or
Taylor.
carrots or something. Peanut butter. Mull it over.
Apple slices.
Apple slices, I hear horses love.
I hear that too.
You know, like Cole and Costco, I appreciate it because, but at the same time, it's weird. There's no need for this conversation to take place.
Not only
don't need
there's
it.
no need, it actually is most likely probably harmful.
Nice.
Always.
So
Sure.
why are you even having this conversation?
That's my point. What are you trying to do right now?
What kind of audience are you looking to get? What type of people?
People from Tacoma.
Oh God, let's stay away from Tacoma.
Or
folks.
Tacoma.
Yeah, no, it's in Washington. No disrespect to the Tacomans.
Yeah, no disrespect.
What's the population there?
Let me find out. Someone had a suggestion that maybe Tacoma is the name of a horse.
That's fucked up.
Tacoma Web.
220,000.
That's not a lot, so we can write them all off.
Yeah, fuck them.
We can write them all off. Tacoma, you're done.
Yeah, Tacoma
Sorry.
wept.
All right, go on, Vaush. Explain in your sweaty, stressed out state. 'Cause you know you fucked up.
Wait, did he call him Hassan? He just called him Hassan.
Raw dog it.
That's the difference between act and rule utilitarianism. An act utilitarian would say, oh, this is an instance where it was good for the adult and the minor to have sex. That would make it a good action. But the rule utilitarian,
How do you
which
measure
is
that,
what,
bro? Who's setting up to measure that?
Yeah, I'm really curious.
Look, all we can do here is laugh at this. Really, I can't really speculate on like I don't think Vaush is a. But I do think this is pretty wacky. This is pretty crazy, weird shit to be into, right? So, yeah. Oh my gosh, Slightly Salted Nuts, thank you for the $10. They keep asking why are you having this convo. The answer is he was trying to argue with someone and trying to illustrate a broader point. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
You know, dude, and it's not just once. You've done this several times. Like a point he keeps coming back to.
would say, even though that individual
Look how
outcome was
stressed he
good,
is.
the act was still bad because in general, in a broader application, for adults and children to have sex with one another leads to...
He's like if Plato met Jimmy Savile.
Well, or just Plato met Plato.
Yeah, true. What if yeah, there you go. You know. No, we're not thinking about this
I
enough.
was thinking because I have no idea if he's a philosophy major or whatever, but you know, there's a bit of a reputation with these types.
Philosophers?
Yeah.
Really?
There's a whole thing about philosophers fucking kids? Well, like Antiquita. Even
More modern
today?
times. More modern times too.
I didn't know.
I didn't know about that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a trope almost of like the philosophy professor at a school sleeping with his students. Like that's kind of like
I didn't know that.
that's kind of like
I
a
didn't
story
know
trope.
about that
I can't speak
either.
to how common that actually is in real life, but that's definitely a thing.
Vaush is daring to put forward this very bold and cunning and objectively true statement. If you think is bad, you just haven't thought about it enough. And I will continue to think about it as much and more than everybody, and to talk about it more than everybody.
horribly destructive outcomes. For that reason, it is an unethical act. So on the off chance it might help someone, we just allow everyone to engage in a generally destructive practice, except that's the literal exact opposite of what I am saying.
How
Do
is
you have
it the
fucking
opposite of what
brainworms?
you're saying?
By Fairy 79, I literally made the opposite of that point. I literally just explained the opposite of what you just said. That no,
Oh my
just because on
God.
the off chance it might help someone, we shouldn't categorically support one action because I am a rule utilitarian.
Oh
what
my
is the
God.
Why do you
where it
guys
helps
keep doing
somebody?
this?
Because what do you keep doing this?
Yes. Why is your argument so dumb?
Just don't argue.
Um,
Just don't touch this stuff, man.
This is not a case where there could be one that was good. No.
Yeah,
So-
many.
What's your argument?
And some people's brains just turn off. Hyena, you did this too, but there might...
What's with people? They just get emotional when I talk about child porn. Can y'all just chill out?
My man
Nerds.
sounds
My
like he's
point
trying to
was
fuck Link.
What?
It's just weird. I feel like talking about this while there's playing a kid character in the game. I don't know. It's a little
Oh
weird to me.
no, true.
I rule wept.
Put that controller down, man. True. Stop controlling that child.
It's actually fuck. I was gonna out nerd you, but I can't remember the name of the world from Majora's Mask. Terminal? Terminus? Termina.
Yeah.
Okay, I was close.
Up with Mega Man.
Yeah, I grew up with Mega Man. Not
Perfectly
Zelda.
cogent from the beginning. Perfectly understandable from the word go. How do you think minor should be defined? I don't know. Age of consent memes are really fucking complicated.
Like, bro, it's not a good 1-2
Age of
combo
consent
there.
memes?
It's not a good 1-2 combo.
It's
Did you say
complicated.
memes or did I miss?
Pow! Hit him with the is good in some cases. Pow! Hit him with the age of consent law is complicated. It's that 1-2 punch. He's got a killer jab.
As I like to quote my good friend Love, what is bro yapping about, dude?
What is
True.
I keep thinking this could conceivably be all right in fringe cases, just feel like a useless argument. Yes, I agree, because I'm a rule utilitarian.
All right, bro, whatever. I'm a real utilitarian too. And when I hear people, here's my rule. Not all the times people are defending CP are they creeps? But it's enough times that they're doing it that they're creeps. But on the whole, it's a bad thing to do.
Interesting.
That's an interesting rule.
The same logic, bro. That's why I will not be. You are a creep, and that's just utilitarian logic or whatever you say.
Interesting. Yeah.
It is interesting. And then so there's another one.
And can we just say too, before we continue, that like to just cut off some criticisms or whatever is like, even if you're comfortable, debating these uncomfortable topics in terms of philosophy or whatever, is there a reason that this is like the go-to argument? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many of these clips, and it's
so
like,
fucking
was there
weird,
not a better
dude.
way to make?
It's so fucking weird. And I don't want to call him I don't want to call him, I don't want to call him that. But at the very least, he is like very fucking degenerate. Very fucking degenerate and very fucking, it's just very fucking weird. It's very fucking weird. It is. It's weird. It's weird. It's very, very fucking weird, So, Stars, when will you do another Israel debate panel? I don't know. Last time I was on one was on Wix panels.
These philosophical points.
He's thought about
comparing
it.
things to child all the time.
Well, there's not a lot of good ones to begin with, so.
No,
It's
like
weird.
that's it.
Well, I mean, what else are you gonna say about it?
Pentuple TV, thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated. Can we get a shout out for Pentuple TV in the Twitch chat?
That's good about it. If it's good for the economy.
No, I just even mean like in the sense of like he's making this utilitarian argument of is there not a less extreme example? And I guess this is just the one time, but it's the
If actual stuff is found on his PC, then absolutely good Emperor. Yeah.
It's the coming up in lots of clips thing that
Grows the economy.
Yeah. becomes a pattern.
That's what I'm saying, man. It grows the economy. You know how much those shipping containers cost, man? When you do human trafficking in those, there's a lot of business and industry there, dude.
Hurts.
Right. Here's one more. Another clip of Vaush. No, wait, hold on. Here he is defending again another pedo quote.
Agree. I don't think there's any situation where an adult can have a sexual relationship with a child, and it has a positive outcome. So we do.
If you had
disagree with
actually seen the full bit that was
I
clipped
saw the
from.
full.
So no, Vaush. We just watched it.
You gave that as a scenario. That was one of the scenarios.
Wasn't it? He literally said there are no. Actually, okay. What he said is it's possible.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're gonna split hairs on that. If it's possible, then you're saying it can happen. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible an adult and a child can have a good, healthy sexual relationship. That's what you said.
Then you would agree. You saw the full bit, not just the Twitter bit.
I saw it all.
But the full thing.
Yeah,
in
your
which I was
logical
constructing a
foundation
rule
was that there
utility.
can be some situations where an adult and a child can have positive outcomes. You didn't say. Anyway, it's totally immaterial to what we're talking.
It's important. So in a
Oh shit.
No. I want to talk about this.
Well, this is
We're
my
at
favorite topic.
27%.
So let's,
yeah. Nice.
As one of the great orators of our time, I've fully prepared myself to discuss the topic, and he always buries himself. Imagine that. If you're trying to brush up on your debating chops, someone takes the opposing side, someone takes the supporting side. If you're trying to test your chops, I guess supporting child is probably like S tier difficulty in terms of the debate. So maybe that's what he's doing. He's just trying to sharpen his tools.
Consequentialist sense,
Yeah.
you can easily construct a situation where essentially anything is fine. Here, I'll ask you. Just follow through.
No,
with
I
me 30
don't.
seconds
I'm
before
not
we
an
go.
idealist. I'm not going to talk about hypotheticals that don't have any bearing on material reality.
That is. Wait. Hold on.
This is not
He's like,
true.
listen.
1,000 lifetimes. Remove these slanderous words. Okay.
I don't want to sit here while you describe a hypothetical situation where a child enjoyed having sex with an adult. Let's not have that conversation. And he's like, no.
This is important.
Do that. I'm not going to talk about
Wait.
Yeah, he is. It's like he's like, I don't want to talk about that, and Vaush is like, yeah, let's go, let's do it, let's talk about this. Good God, my dude.
First
I'm
of
not
all,
going to talk about
we're
hypothetical
not
situations
talking-
where adults can molest children and then
You're the one talking. Wait, hold on. What?
Zach,
No,
you're doing
I'm
it.
not the one bringing up this argument. You're the one bringing it up. He's doing a reversey. He's like He's reversing it. I'm not bringing it up. You're bringing it up. He's like, I don't want to talk about it. He's like, you're the one bringing it up. Oh my
Today,
God.
bud.
No, you're doing it.
You're doing it, brother.
You're doing
Oh,
you,
God.
man.
You are doing it today, my friend.
No, you, man.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. First of all,
I don't
Marx
know
was
why
a
you want to talk about
philosopher.
this.
It's not
weird that you want to talk
idealism.
about this.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, you can't move away from this. Okay, hold on. I'm not.
You can't move away from this. That's what the kids says, but apparently. No, you'll like it, I promise. See, that's fucked up to even joke about. I wouldn't joke
No.
about that. Should I button it? No. Should I button
Maybe
it?
next time.
No.
You're criticizing.
Yeah.
You're fine.
No.
I'm not.
You came like
I
this
can't
and
move away
run
from a
away.
discussion.
Wait, hold on.
hypothetical
Wait, you
situations.
have to stop talking for 1 second, okay? Hold on. So imagine, all right? Imagine aliens.
This motherfucker says it's possible, and then he started with imagine aliens.
Imagine time is completely liquidated and age means nothing.
Right.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Imagine that time is the fourth dimension, and if you're living in the fourth dimension, you view everybody in every moment of their life.
Mhm.
So if you're having sex with an 8-year-old, you're really having sex with a 30-year-old, 40-year-old,
Right.
50-year-old. When you're having sex with a 50-year-old, you're having sex with an 8-year-old at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just we don't see all the dimensions at once.
Imagine the movie E.T. You know
I'm still stuck on the fact that Vaush was triggered by someone named Byfairy70.
how his finger could heal stuff? Imagine Elliot has ass cancer. I'm trying to think of a situation.
Imagine. Okay. Wait, you got me, buddy. Maybe that's where he's going.
Maybe, yeah.
He said alien. Let's see. I don't know where the fuck he's going with this.
Come down to Earth.
This is
and they
absolutely
say,
ridiculous, Vaush.
you've blasted
Imagine
6 seconds
aliens.
so
This
far,
is as
okay?
hypothetical idealism as you can get. You're totally.
Yeah,
literally-
you're in outer space. You're actually, literally in outer space. Imagine a benevolent predator from
God.
space lands on Earth.
like off.
Oh
You're,
my
you're
god,
like a honeymoon
dude.
virgin. You gotta last longer than 6 seconds. Just give me a second.
And again, no sex jokes. Not now.
Yeah, not
Right.
Stay away. Stay
Not
away.
not a
Boss.
good idea. Not a good
Let's
idea.
keep our heads on straight now. Let's talk
to
about the
do
aliens.
a sex joke
Okay,
there.
did I not let you talk for a long time when you were establishing your premises?
I'm not going to talk
Come
about hypotheticals with you.
I let
It's
you
not
talk for a
something-
long time. Now let me explain why child.
That's crazy. I mean, this guy is absolutely in the right for.
Yeah, for
he's
not even
of
entertaining
course,
it.
of course.
Crazy.
It is. How did he survive all this?
I wonder.
He has a bunch of fans that will defend it to the end. Listen, if you were a fan of Vaush's or are or whatever, and you defend this just like in the sense that like he's just using extreme hypotheticals in order to, for the sake of the argument, and none of this is real, none of this has any real impact on his own views. He's just using it as an example. How do you square that with the dude having a folder full of lolly porn? Like, doesn't that change the context at all for you? Seeing all this?
It should. It should.
Yeah.
Right?
Because he apparently been joking about loving horse cocks for a long time. People thought he was kidding or didn't know if he was being serious. But now we know. We've seen the horse cocks and we've seen the lolly.
Right. Like 3 days ago, before that happened, you'd maybe have a leg to stand on with the argument of like he
Plausible
doesn't believe all this.
deniability.
He's maybe it's in bad taste, but these are valid. These are arguments that are being made for demonstrative purposes. But now, the dude has a folder full of lolly. I don't know. That kind of changes the context.
The
doesn't
pieces
it?
are coming together. I think it does a little bit, sure. Socialism, thank you, Camden. He says, socialism is when no age of consent. That's what I'm saying,
shit.
dude.
Jose, thank you for the $2 tip. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Reverse card activate.
Right.
Are the horse sound effects them or start? It's them. It's them.
Social democracy is the only way.
No,
And
I
you
said
don't
that I'm
have
going
to
to talk
talk.
about
You
three
just
things with
have
you.
to listen.
Dude,
You just
Ethan is going to war with the socialists over this. Like, Jesus Christ.
have to listen, okay? Now you can imagine a situation in which aliens come down to Earth and they say, we're going to blow up the whole planet unless you kill this innocent kid. Now in a
Dude, you are not
You're
serious.
losing me.
This is your best fucking.
consequentialist sense, killing that innocent. Right, I know, right? So follow through.
I know,
follow
it's
through.
horrible.
So in a
It's
consequentialist,
just obscene,
in a
bro.
consequential, I know, an inability to grasp philosophy is one of my biggest issues.
It's
and it makes sense that
idealism.
It would apply to both of you.
It's
This
idealism.
is,
It's
that's
absurd. It's absurdism. It's a comedy of errors. I don't even know if it's air. What do you call forced error? I don't know.
not what I. This philosophy and idealism aren't the same thing. Those don't mean the same
No,
thing.
you're
Wikipedia
you're
them.
basing you're constructing hypothetical situations that have no bearing in reality whatsoever.
Hypotheticals aren't. Wait, do you think an idealism
going on
is
here?
when you construct a hypothetical?
Wait, what? What is that? Wait, what the fuck? This is such a good image. Whoever photoshopped this is fucking hilarious. Bro, Vaush is here with fucking E.T. Get E.T. away from him. Save E.T. What the fuck, dude? You think Chris Hansen's here too? Oh my god. Save him. Protect E.T. What the fuck?
What's happening here?
God!
Did a crime? Is this ethical or not? just tell me this. Was this an ethical encounter? Yes or no?
Why does it look so real?
You know, you could make this argument with like sentient aliens that come instead of using this terrible argument that Vaush is using. He should have been like, okay, let's say there's aliens that come down from a spaceship. You know, what if I fall in love with one of them and want to get married to them? Can they consent? Or what? I don't know. E.T. phone home. E.T. is innocent. E.T. phone home. Trying to call the space. We said God. No. E.T., leave him alone. He's just a baby. He was in the basket.
Maybe that's why ET left his planet. Maybe he was wanted for something.
He's got a little poop on his finger. So.
That doesn't mean anything.
Somebody photoshopped me into E.T.'s place on that bicycle, okay?
So no cookies for you?
This is edited. By the way, this is edited. Vaush was not.
Really?
But ET is
Was ET there though?
ET did that
ET was
shit.
definitely.
He got exiled from the planet.
E.T.'s a baby.
So I'm
That
saying this
didn't
was an
happen to
ethical
him.
encounter.
E.T. equestrian terrestrial, dude.
Do you think those mean the same thing? You're going to lecture me
There's
on
no
dialectical
point in
materialism,
having
you're
this
struggling on
discussion
this.
is my point.
Can you answer that question? Do you think idealism means when you construct a hypothetical?
If you construct a
Have you read
hypothetical
Capital?
that
It's
has
full of
nothing to
hypotheticals.
do with reality, and you think that that gets you closer to the truth, that is idealism, because you are making the ideal.
So anyway, I'm with him. I'm with this guy.
That's literally the worst guy to be with, by the way. That guy's a fucking idiot. And even he was like, no.
Imagine getting online and saying some of this shit.
Grandpa.
What if they don't have the concept of consent? What if they don't have consent because they are a hive mind? That's a good question, Kriegi. Maybe we should use those types of hypotheticals. I
was feeling a little frisky today.
That's putting it mildly. Wait, people are accusing. Do people think this is a conspiracy?
It's just a Vaush fan.
Oh God, you guys, I'm sorry, but like even as a fan, you have to admit that this
They
is
do
pretty.
this hit piece for a reason.
Did they do this hit piece for a reason?
What?
The reason was that his folder leak was extremely funny.
It shocked the hell out of all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say. The clip farming on today's show in regards to Vaush really shows how disingenuous they be. Motherfucker, we showing the whole last clip.
I understand the argument. I still disagree. You know, it's not like I didn't understand.
The sad part is when you understand what he wants people to think he's saying, it's just as bad.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't actually help at all.
Yeah.
The argument was about ethics, not maybe
Yeah, we
Ethan should
didn't-
look into how much Vaush took his side in the whole Hassan thing. I don't give a fuck about that.
Who cares?
Dude, what the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
That's such a
You
weird
owe
point.
him, bro.
Yeah, you owe him big time.
Wait, what is he saying? If Vaush took his side in the whole Hassan thing before he started pedo-jacketing him, I don't. What Hassan thing? What side?
It's the same
Probably
thing all
when
these
the-
guys who hate Hassan say, like Evan Preach, when they were like, oh, Ethan's acting this because he realized after him and Hassan stopped talking. They're just
You know what's interesting though? I will say because I've started following this world that I didn't know anything about. But like I was saying, there's three main guys. There's Vaush, Destiny, and Hassan, and they all fucking hate each other. They're all social, or no, Destiny's not a socialist, but they're all like libs, and they all fucking hate each other. That doesn't bode well for the left.
So
for our
I mean,
leftist.
it's the most left thing that there could
There's
possibly be.
zero solidarity.
That is-
Zero solidarity.
That is
Yeah.
left
That's
to a
true.
T.
And the thing is, I think
unfortunately.
Hassan and Vaush have like very similar politics, and yet they both fucking hate each other.
Hmm.
Very interesting.
Yeah. It is.
They hate each other too.
I think
honestly-
it's everybody hates each other,
Got
from what
it,
I can
yeah.
tell. It's all.
I really, yeah, I've
It's interesting.
stayed willfully ignorant of Vaush for most.
Yeah,
of
I don't need
part.
anyone to defend me against Hassan. I don't know what the fuck, bro. You're saying because he, and even if like that's true, let's say I'm grateful that he defended me against Hassan, then I'm like, yo, just because this guy is a kind of like defending chop, he was nice to me that one time, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it slide. It's funny though. That's why. There's a reason why I want to talk about it. The fucking horse. You got a horse in his porn folder.
The funny thing is that people would be calling you a hypocrite if this is how you actually went on with life. Like, oh, somebody said something nice about me, so I should
King shaming now. You're not serious, are you?
Okay,
I can't
okay,
tell
here's
who's
my
serious.
thoughts on kink shaming. Some things should be shamed. I think it's okay to kink shame, guys. I think some things should be shamed. You can do them behind closed doors, but you better not fucking tell me about them, because I will shame you. If you're into poop and pee, I'm gonna ask what the fuck is wrong with you, dude. Humans evolved to poop in specific places, to have a designated pooping and peeing area. Humans evolved that way, to have a designated pooping and peeing area. And you're telling me that you like that shit? We have evolved to be off-put by the smell of poop and pee. You're telling me you like that? You're telling me you like that smell? You're okay with playing with that? Like, there's something deeply wrong with you. There's something deeply wrong with you. And you should be shamed into seeing a therapist or going to a doctor to see if there's some neurological disorder going on with you, you know? No, I wouldn't shame that, Kriegi. You should be shamed, Stardust. I am shamed. Look, poop and pee, we have literally evolved to not like that. We have literally evolved to not want to do anything with that. We poop and pee in specific places. If you're telling me your instincts aren't kicking in and making you want to run far away from poop and pee, there is something wrong with you, and I think you should go see a doctor. It might not be psychiatric even. It might just be like some sort of like, I don't know, nervous system disorder. Who knows?
You're not anymore. Let's see. Maybe Ethan should look into how much Vaush defended him. He never even clarified that it was drawn. We did say that, didn't we? We said there was no real horse
we did.
images.
We've said that a lot.
Yeah. let alone we're into kink shaming. Now, this is not real.
Jesus. No, I think it is. I've seen
Okay, so
multiple
he has
comments.
a community of
well,
I guess that's why they're
Oh
okay.
no, this is so fucking bad. This is so fucking bad.
We're talking about I'm assuming we're talking about the horse.
No,
not the
no,
kid thing.
no. Like I said, I am not going to be a part of this movement. We have to put the tolerance level somewhere. Okay.
Ethan, I found somebody on Twitter found like the high res versions of all those images.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, dude. I gotta link it to you. Don't show this on stream.
Oh, you found? Okay, yeah. Let me see.
It's,
From what I saw, it was horrifically fucking disgusting.
Dude, all right, don't make sure you don't show this.
Yeah, it's just
Don't even put it on the screen. Like just.
I'm opening it. I'm opening.
Yeah, just because the reflection on the.
Beep, beep.
camera
I
there.
just clicked it and opened
You
it.
opened it.
I just clicked
the
it.
fact
What
that
was
it's
I supposed to
drawn
do?
doesn't make it any
No, I
worse.
didn't put it on the screen. I didn't put it on the screen.
All right, it didn't show anything. It didn't show anything anyway.
Yeah.
But the fact that
Oh my God, these are the images. They found them all. Oh, it's even worse than I thought.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, whoa, these people are psycho how they figured all this out.
That's the
These
internet
are
for you.
these are children. Like this photo here of like these are little
Like
girls.
anime, but they look really young.
They're all drawings. Look at this one. This one, it's like Snow White. It's like busty, young-looking Snow White
So bad, dude.
Yeah.
with a. Look at this, Hila.
Okay, maybe.
What's your argument?
We get the idea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're right, Cam. That actually puts it into context for me. I mean, that's nuts, bro. Show us. Yeah, well.
I got the horses in the back.
Yeah, no tell.
Oh, we have an edit that uses that song. So, yeah, dude. I'm sorry, man, but like, you kind of sound like a pedo sympathizer in this post. This is not kink. We're not kink shaming, okay? It's weird, bro. We gotta draw the line in the sand.
Or in the hay.
They've been beasts of
Yeah.
burden for they're so long, man. Let's not start fucking them now.
Haven't they had enough?
Let them live.
Haven't the horses had enough?
Yikes.
Also, you think a horse wants to fuck a person? They could
No,
fuck
they'll
another
fucking
hot-ass
kill you,
horse.
bro.
Yeah.
Aponia wept.
Like, I'm sorry,
They'll
bro.
fucking kill you.
The horse doesn't want to fuck you, bro.
Branch web.
I don't know how you can want to fuck a horse when horses can kill you in any instant.
It's time
Wept.
to move on. That horse does not want to fuck you.
Wept.
Also, using clips from 4 or 5 years ago is
Hi,
slimy
Dave.
when he's addressed this countless times, let alone cutting Vaush off before he finishes his argument. I'm glad that I can separate the brand these two own from their uninformed opinion. Don't
I still
separate
have
the brand. You can
questions about
go
this.
do
I
your
have a
pedo
lot of
shit with your
questions.
buddy. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but this is fucking weird.
I don't want to be rude.
Seabiscuit wept.
See soggy biscuit?
Yeah.
Gross.
Secretariat wept.
Oh boy.
Listen, but here's what I take pride. We showed all the
But
context.
Star, just imagine that we live in an alternate universe, but we don't. We don't.
I didn't cut them off. Everything you're saying, I showed it all. We were very intentional about this. We said they were drawings. I just looked at some internet researcher.
You
figured
cannot convince me that, okay, Aganoy says horses are kind animals. They care for you tenderly. You don't try to tell me that a horse would be a tender lover, okay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh my god, that's such a good question. What's worse, poo/pee fetish or horse? I don't know, because they're both sick. You cannot convince me that a horse would be a generous and tender lover, okay? They are not gentle. I bet that they would fucking do what every other animal, every other male animal on Earth would do. What do male animals on Earth do? They rape. They rape, all right? I do not trust animals, male animals, and I don't think it's ethical to, do that kind of shit, all right? Horse penis is literally too big for humans. You would get injured. Exactly. You would fucking wreck yourself. Like, what the fuck? Same with male dolphins, I imagine. I can't look at a horse without laughing at how derpy their face is. I don't know. I think they're fucking scary. I think they're scary and they're creepy.
out, and those images are truly, truly vile. Truly vile.
Wept.
What about a mirror then? Okay, I don't know, dude. Okay.
Children below 10 years old.
That's the description, yeah.
RoboSoap says, hey, my female dog humps my leg. Females do it too. Sure, I'm sure females do it too. Just like female spotted hyenas will mount and penetrate male hyenas with their pseudo penises, okay? That's how Mr. Hands died? Jesus Christ, dude. What if a horse argued with you about whether or not it was creepy? If a horse wants to call into my show and argue with me about whether or not horses are creepy, feel free, okay? Jesus Christ, what a great crossover Eli made here.
How can anyone argue against that? In my opinion, that's straight up
That's the
P
case.
word if you watch that kind of stuff. In my
So
humble
there
opinion.
is an ethical conversation that goes on in Japan. They say, if we make hentai, lolly hentai, and there are child predators in society, is it better for them to consume that if it lowers the frequency of them harming actual children?
Can we get a
There's a
poll on
philosoph-
this question here? What's worse, poop/pee fetish or horse?
No, that it would lower.
We have to
I don't
do
know.
poop
I don't know.
and
I mean, have
pee
there,
fetish.
has anybody actually like studied
Let
if
me
it's
see.
effective?
I have no
like,
idea.
I don't
I'll
know,
do
but
it.
I've heard,
Seems like-
I know that's a
Yeah.
conversation that takes place in Japan
Right.
because in Japan a lot of people consume
people
this
are-
lolly shit.
I'd be curious if it
What's the
also
problem?
works the other way around, where it's like a entry level thing, and
Right.
then it grows into like this weird fucking
Right.
Right.
like
Yeah, like
that's
fetish.
another
true.
thing, right?
Absolutely.
start
You
with one
normalize it.
thing,
You make people feel that it's okay.
yeah,
Introduce
next
the
level,
fetish
next
to
level. We know
them.
this about drugs. We know this about any human obsession.
True.
It always increases.
True.
So I don't know.
But yeah, this stuff's completely legal in Japan and like widely consumed. Apparently, I've heard. I don't know. I might be speaking out of turn, but I'm pretty sure that's true. So there's actually the Tacoma Wep we watch. Here's a compilation of all the times Vaush talked about horse cock.
No,
in his
Eli,
discourse.
no.
We made this compilation.
Okay, we've kind of missed this element of this whole story so far. We haven't really like focused in on this, but the whole thing with the horse, I've discovered, is that it's been a thing for years, sort of like a joke that like, oh, Vaush fucks horses or he's into horses or whatever. So the fact that it then came out that he had a folder full of horse, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like this is a post from 3 years ago with a compilation of this dude talking about horse cock.
I gotta mute the audio on this.
I'm talking, by the way, AB, I'm talking about art, not actual,
Right. Okay.
not actual, without real children in it.
I didn't know he went over
In
this.
Japan, I'm saying that's popular, not CP. Okay, so here is this compilation from Dramatic Text.
I'm sorry. I meant to send the second paragraph as well, which was about like manga and artists.
This is Socialist Age of Consent.
Sorry. Here. Why is it copying the
Yeah,
whole damn
that's-
thing? Give me a
Just the
second.
bottom one?
Yeah.
Manga artists and anime directors have argued that it is dangerous to try to define child P-word when it comes to artwork, drawings, and animations when regarding hentai due to it being highly ambiguous. Not that much gray area. And have cited freedom of expression to prevent it from being abused. For example, they argue that even in the anime and manga series Doraemon, the scene of the schoolgirl Shizaku Minamoto taking a bath might be construed as child. Listen, if someone's watching a lot of anime, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of that shit is kind of fucking disturbing in that way. So
Some
you kind of
shows
hit the nail
I-
on the head. And frankly, it's like you said, Love, there's like a lot of borderline fucking vile, weird sexual stuff in anime. And if anything, it's sending people
Right.
who are getting a taste for that.
Yeah, there are some shows that I couldn't get into because of that.
I like how they
Vote
go,
in the
dude, you
poll,
could even
chat."
call this scene child. It's like, we should.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Great point.
Even
Art's
correct.
Dragon Ball, which is like super vanilla compared to a lot of other things. Like when Goku was a kid, he lifts up Bulma's skirt.
Oh, yeah, I
and he's
remem-
like touching her.
Yeah, he was groping
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow, I
And that's
don't
fucking
remember
Goku.
that.
Arts depicting underage characters, lolicon and Shotokan, and photography of underage models remain controversial. Dude, photographs of underage models, Junior Idol, Japan.
What's happening over there?
This is the questioning character. What is this character, Cam?
From the scene that you were reading.
What you were
earlier.
just talking about.
All right, I'm not. Yeah,
Not necessary.
there's some weird shit
Yeah.
going on, and I think the less of it, the better, globally. Anyway, here's Vaush talking about horsecock.
Delete me from this conversation.
So it's playing Little Nas, right?
Yeah.
You didn't tell
No, that was
me.
another compilation that was going around. I found this one because it was more direct. It didn't have like memes cut
Look,
throughout
That's
it.
a lot.
Let me
Wow.
read it to you. What the fuck is wrong with horsecock? Horse like it when you slurp their balls. I respect horse fucking go. I'd love to have a horsecock. Horsecocks are pretty hot, to be honest. I'll tell them I'm down to meet up tomorrow. And
We just did this on stream.
they'll be like, I can't wait.
Think about horse cock.
Tacoma's weeping right now, bro. Equine because I can't draw horses well. Getting Sin Jared vibes. Ethan, this is Ethan. At what age would you let your kids start watching anime? I mean, it depends on the anime.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
for
like
example,
Pokemon.
like Hunter x Hunter, which is one of my favorite animes. One of the things that I love so much about the show is they don't do any weird sexual stuff.
There's the one character, no?
Which one?
The one guy.
Oh, okay, right. There's
There's
Yeah, there's always a Master Roshi. Yeah.
But like, I guess what I mean, what I
Jesus.
mean is, I forgot about Hisaka.
Jesus Christ, dude.
No, but okay, so in that show, there's no like weird cleavage, young girl, sexual shit. Like it doesn't happen. I thought that was so refreshing. There is a
still
character
that one character.
who is
yeah.
very interesting, and he's attracted to power, and he has like this weird infatuation, almost sensual infatuation with power. And because these two boys are so powerful, it gets in this really fucking weird thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a weird thing here with Hisaka. Although I gotta say, in terms of dealing with the subject, I thought it was kind of interesting.
It's honestly really annoying. It's almost like in everything there is some sort of something inappropriate.
In anime,
Yeah, in
even
anime.
One Piece. Like when I
It's
started
really
in One
annoying.
Piece in the early seasons, what's the redhead girl's name? Nami.
Yeah.
She looked like
Oh yeah, we
a
talked about
fucking
it.
normal character. There was no like cleavage. She was just like dressed normal girl. Now when I'm on like season like 10 or something, it's like titties out, fucking shorts high as fuck. Same thing with Robin. It's so intense, and I hate that, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Ranking of Kings is an awesome, super wholesome one. Yeah, that one's great.
you guys are gonna say I'm simping, but Attack on Titan Just
True.
not having
Oh, yeah,
that,
you're
and the
right.
women characters are all like very
That's
empowered. The
true.
strongest.
That show is
he
like
says it-
asexual, if anything. It's like
Yeah.
really like non-sexual.
I have so much respect for anime shows that don't go there.
Yeah.
It's really
Shout out
such a bummer because some shows can be so good, and then there's this one character. It was
Why?
just really
Full Metal
weird.
Alchemist Brotherhood clears the bar. Yeah, that one
feel
is
really uncomfortable.
I don't recall there being any
no, I
like
think you're
weird
good.
stuff in
Well,
that
there was this really hot scene with the muscle guys take.
Yeah, of course.
No, you're right. I think Full Metal is a good is a good contender. Like that one, I would watch with my boys. Like,
Yeah, I think
like
a
Full
young
Metal
adult could
Alchemist
watch
is a
that.
great one.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
think
to
Attack on
remember.
Titan is probably that's an adult.
It's too
Yeah,
gory.
it's too gory.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist might be a little scary for them, but I don't think there's anything.
Look, I get it though. I kind of get what they're saying. It's annoying when there's like explicit sexual stuff in every single show, right? And that stuff doesn't further the plot or doesn't like express people's feelings at all, right? You kind of want to take the opera approach when it comes to content, I feel. In an opera, you've got dialogue that advances the story, that's sung. And then you've got like the arias, right? That they don't advance the plot, but they express the way that the character's feeling in that moment and truly express their emotions, right? I feel like there's a lot of media, a lot of TV shows and movies that don't really, they'll just have sex scenes for the sake of sex scenes, you know? And it's not sexy, you know?
Punch Man, great.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything inappropriate.
There's no
there.
passion in it either. So.
Fucking good.
Yeah, that doesn't really have anything weird.
Is there any
But,
Miyazaki? There's no Miyazaki movies with that
Miyazaki
wholesome-
ones are
Yeah,
good.
those are all wholesome.
Although I don't know, what was the Totoro? I mean, Vaush had a completely different.
Oh
thing than
no!
Totoro.
Don't even joke about Totoro like that.
I'm
Keep
just
him
saying,
away.
I saw Vaush talking
Keep him
about
away
Totoro
from my
in a
boy
way that was
Totoro.
really, really inappropriate.
Absolutely not.
So I don't know what age. I don't know. It depends on the anime. It depends on how mature they are. I don't know. At this moment, we're not watching anime.
No.
Capiche? Mob
No.
Psycho 100 is good too. Yeah. I've got. You can read this. Obviously, I feel like if I keep reading this, I'm gonna get nuked.
I wish I had horse.
But it's
It's so many. There's so many.
I mean,
There's
I'll just
so
let it
many.
play. You guys can.
These are all.
Take it.
I already read all of the messages to chat, so let's move forward.
Why is everything moving down? Am I tripping? The TV's dropping. Am I tripping out?
Yeah, it's an optical illusion because you were watching scrolling.
I was about to catch that. I thought maybe because the earthquake it was
Oh,
falling off the
Wait,
stage.
what? You didn't see
You never
that?
had that experience
No.
before?
No.
Did you ever play Rock Band or Guitar Hero?
No.
That used to always happen to me hardcore.
Oh,
Like, the whole time it's
shit.
scrolling like that.
I know what you mean.
And when you're done, you look away and the whole world is doing
Oh
that.
my god.
Okay,
I'm
that's
having
the first time.
flashbacks,
Yeah.
dude.
That's the first time for me in the
Yeah, or it's an
Guitar
acid
Hero
flashback.
universe. So that's fun. And then there's one more sus clip of Vaush saying he wants to be a horse. I don't know what this one is, but it sounds fun.
What is this?
Trampled by a horse. Yeah, that's true. That's another correct point that I don't understand the relevance. It's true. I don't want to get trampled by a horse. Thank you. Yeah, I want to run other people over as a horse. Thank you. Vaush, you don't want to be trampled by a
Oh,
horse.
what? That was I don't know, interesting.
That wasn't.
Here, this is him talking about it.
If you want. Okay. Here.
Wait, yeah, here.
Here's the Vaush wanting
No,
to
no,
debate
come-
me. What this? Oh, Vaush is calling in at the moment. He's ready to debate me. He's calling in now. Dan, do we have him? He's calling in now with peace and love. Everybody, please give it up for Vaush. Standing by. Standing by.
I haven't seen someone this obsessed with horses since our buddy Keemstar.
Yeah.
His whole meme.
And his was even weirder, and that was fucked up. Well, this whole like, the Hila is a horse thing, which a disgusting, lonely, fucking loveless man who's dating a 20-year-old has the balls to insult anybody. A dude who's so hideous, he wears a hat in the bathtub and the pool to cover his bald, glistening dome, has the balls to criticize.
Do your research, Ethan. when he went off Tinder, Buffalo wept.
Buffalo wept. Yeah.
Oh my
Tears
God.
of joy.
Tacoma wept.
Buffalo High wept.
Are we waiting for something, Dan?
I wasn't really ready when you set it up, so it got a little awkward.
So what do you want me to do? Open it again?
Well, you could just pretend like none of that happened. We can be like,
Okay, I'm just staring at the TV.
oh hey, we actually have Vaush on the line right now.
Oh,
Hey,
great.
Vaush on the
Bring
line
him
right now.
on.
Let me bring him in on the call here.
Okay.
It's a lot of hubbub.
It's a lot of hubbub for not a lot. Well, I was trying to just intercept it and then do
Very
it
funny.
later once it was
No
ready, but then you set it up, so then I was rushing and
You're doing great, sweetie.
yeah, it didn't quite
What is this?
Love
This
that. Love that.
what is this one, Avery? This sounds interesting.
So this is what happened about 45 minutes ago when he was talking
Ooh.
about
Oh,
the
no.
press.
By the way, Taylor fans, there's no way we're getting to Taylor. Do we got to
Yeah,
put?
sorry, Swifties.
We're not even. We didn't get to any of them. It's just the
I
Vaush
tried to.
episode.
I knew.
No, but it's so much fun.
I know. I just
This is
knew
it.
when we got on this, we weren't gonna get off it. So
We've been talking about Vaush for 1.5 hours.
So
Oh my
should we call it Vaush did what to what?
Yeah.
What can we call it where people?
Vaush leaked his horse folder.
That's what
Let me watch this. Let me watch this.
joke a Twitter account named Hitler Cunny 1488 sourced all the images and said one of them was Lolly. I feel like that's probably the character of the engagement that I'll see. Okay,
I've seen the images, motherfucker. Don't.
Not kidding. Okay, so the images that were in the folder. First of all, the funniest things there by far, to be clear, is that
Damn, dude. And he did a whole, he's so stylish here. His hair looks great. Very stylish. And, you know, seems like he's really been, you know, working hard on himself and stuff. And goddamn, this comes out. Holy shit.
I think 2 of the images that showed were literally just canon images.
Okay, and the others?
That must be the Zelda photos.
Yeah, I must be talking about.
Wait, so is he saying Raru wasn't?
According to him, I don't know what other ones, because everything else was very graphic.
Okay.
Maybe he's going to do the argument where, oh, these characters are actually 1,000 years old. I'm not, you know, that's not weird.
Let's see. I don't know where how is he going to defend this?
From Tears of the Kingdom, just
okay,
standing
let's keep
there.
Raru.
So that was funny. That.
Dude, it was like 2 of 20 images, bro. The fact that you're even taking to decide to
Oh my
explain that is
God.
just guilt, fucking guilt.
Yeah, I also jerk off to that too, man.
Nothing wrong with it. He's right. Certainly.
It wasn't even the porn of him. It was just him standing there.
Okay.
Which
He's still odd. Why are you downloading pictures of King Raru?
I mean, who knows? Maybe for a meme or something.
You go from horse to King Raru.
Well, again, let's remember that folder was the to be organized.
That's what I'm saying. He did.
So it just seemed like it was kind of a grab bag.
Well, if they're organized by date downloaded, which is a common way to organize,
right,
then these would be temporally related.
Perhaps, yeah. That's okay. That's a good point.
You know, we need to know how this document was organized.
Or is it categorized by most used?
He's opened King Raru 1,000 times.
That's his go-to, man. That's his closer.
He's beautiful. And then, again, embarrassing with the AI. I know next time this happens, I'll make sure that it's like real drawings of horse dick and not AI. I apologize.
Bro, I saw that shit. It was vile. You downloaded it.
So is he memeing that his community is more upset about the fact that it was AI art than the fact that it was?
I guess. Was it
content of the art?
like AI art to me? I don't know. But who cares?
I don't know.
You went to an image generator and said horse. You said, what did you type to get that? You'd have to type something like young girl to get that.
Oh
image,
my
I feel
God, dude.
Well, I mean, that character alone, like we
That's
said,
so
16.
bad.
And she's an old 16 or young 16. I'll be,
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I assume they were. No. Those were like Nintendo produced canon images of Raru. I'm pretty sure. Like they were just.
Oh my God. The amount you're focusing on Raru is
Yeah,
insane.
okay. What about
That's
everything
cool.
else?
This is so funny.
It's wrong.
There's 2 images, and then that's not. Maybe he saved them just unrelated. And then there's 20 completely raw dog.
Jesus
porn
Christ, dude.
Where
Oh
cartoon,
my
mind you,
God.
still of young girls.
What's Ethan Soares? Ethan Soares in chat coping hard. Finally, goodbye, Ethan Soares. Who is that?
I guess they were spamming about how you're a coward and talk to Vaush or whatever. So I banned them.
Wait, Ethan.
That must be their username.
Oh, they're just someone whining. I'm the one that said I'll debate him, man. You know what I mean?
Supposedly, he's talking about you in his Discord, and that's probably why people are coming over.
Fine. We love that about you. Oh, here, this is from right now.
Yeah. Now this was posted on Reddit, and then so I can't confirm it. I'm not in his Discord, but
He says, and failed attempts to engagement just make me look defensive. I really doubt that's a viable avenue of engagement. I reach out if I could. People really, really do hate me. I don't fall for covering drama, but doing this gigantic, generic smear piece without reaching out, bro, or talking beforehand. I'm not even on Twitter and barely talk to you at all, man. Yo, bro, I gotta talk to you about this horse porn shit, brother.
Yeah.
I don't have that nature. I don't have that relationship with you. How many times have we talked? He says it feels at least a little shitty of him. I mean, he's not being that harsh, and I understand that. It would make him feel shitty. I've generally been pretty fair to Ethan. Okay, man. Like, again, I'm not gonna.
He's been fair to Ethan, but he can't act like if Ethan had something like this come out that he wouldn't be going in on it too.
What?
I just confirmed this is legit.
My illustration's first appearance on the H3.
Illustrious.
If you want, wait, was he on before?
No. He's
No,
saying
he's
this is
saying
my
this is his first
illustrious
appearance.
first appearance. on the
But
H3
Vaush,
pod.
I said I'll talk to you. Should I let him call in now?
No, we gotta go.
No,
soon. We're already.
It's almost 5.
way over
DM
time.
the podcast Instagram, and we will schedule something.
Okay, we'll talk. I mean, I'll give you the chance to defend yourself, but you should know
Ethan
that.
did say in the beginning that he watches your content.
And I like his content. I
Yeah.
thought he was a talented content creator. But Michael Jackson was a talented singer. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I mean,
come on.
that's too much. That's too much.
Oh my
He didn't do anything
God.
like that. That's
Ethan, what?
Matt,
He didn't do anything like that. He didn't harm anybody,
No,
frankly.
right.
He just
Oh
has
my
some weird
God.
opinions and looks
Weird
at
takes,
weird.
weird
Yeah,
takes.
he didn't harm anyone, for the record.
He said it's very disheartening. I thought I had something of a friend in Ethan. That's a new message.
Based on what? There's nobody in the world.
Cam, can you
that
make us a supercut, please, of the Vaush Ethan friendship?
Yeah, it's done. I just put in chat.
I was gonna build a bridge. We were just about to build a
Hold on,
bridge.
let me set that up. Let me get that ready. Here.
Bro, what is being friend?
Oh, wait. New message. Why is Dan pretending not to know me?
Ooh, Scorn Dex lover Dan.
Why is Dan pretending not to know me?
Dan wept.
Dan, all I see is black. on
I
this
think he
image.
means just from a that you don't know his content, maybe.
Wait, I thought you were memeing.
No,
He
no,
actually
no.
said that?
Yeah, I can send you it.
He says, why does Dan
what the fuck?
pretend not to know me? And apparently we're
I know of you. I know you as the Tacoma Web guy.
You spend any time in Tacoma, Dan?
Bro, Vaush, the best.
Start, he's on the spectrum. Okay.
Look, in my opinion, the best way to handle.
Yeah, no, of course I know who he is. I've never watched his content regularly. I'm not a fan. Like that's all I said.
Vaush, the best way to handle this is like, in my opinion, let's just be like, you know what?
Ethan, you just typed in the thing. It's just black.
Cam said the image is just black.
Right, that's the joke.
What was the joke? I didn't hear the joke.
I asked Cam for a supercut of you and
Your
his
relationship with
He's
Vaush.
like, cool, I got it. I just dropped
I didn't
it in the
get it
chat.
at first too.
Here's the supercut.
You're still 5 for.
But Vaush, here's the thing. Let's just own it and say, you know what? I understand why it came off that way. Yes, I do have a zoo file thing, but like I've never done it to an animal. Is that good or no? Probably don't even. That's probably just lie about it.
Probably just lie about it.
What does he do? What should Vaush do?
I think for start, okay. You know what I would say? If we listen to his fans and his supporters that have been yelling that this is bad faith and taking him out of context or whatever, and we just presume that this was purely.
How's it? Okay, you can't take somebody's folder. You just can't. You just can't. You just can't. And again, I am saying this as somebody who interacted with Vaush in person, and the guy is so incredibly charming. And I'm somebody who interacted with Vaush because when I was a baby streamer, and I'm still a baby streamer, but when I was a really baby streamer, he used to call in. He used to show up in my chat. He would humor the chatters and stuff, and I don't know. He was incredibly kind to me. Incredibly kind, and I will always be grateful that he was very kind to me. But my goodness, you can't claim that the folders are out of context, because they are. Sure, actually, Vaush used to hang out pretty often in the early days, yeah, and randomly jump on stream. He did, yeah. He was very, very kind to me, and I can't deny that, right? But like at the same time, goddamn, you with the horse cock, damn, dude.
Bad.
It's sad because he really is so nice. He really is so nice. He was so kind in person. What a nice guy. And just had to be into this. Just had to be into. Why? Why, man? Why? Why you gotta be into this, man? Why? Why you gotta be in this? I'm so sad.
Worded stuff. At the very least, can we stop talking about horsecock?
Let's make that
and child
agreement.
pornography?
Let's
just not talk about it.
That's a good start,
right?
That's an offer of good faith. Let's cut out this justification. Let's stop philosophizing about CP.
Find another example.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's put that chapter of philosophy. Let's close the book on that one and put it in a dusty, dark shelf. We don't want anyone to read that one.
To be sorted. Yeah, to be sorted later.
I'm not into book burning, but.
By the way, the results of the poll, which is worse, poop and pee or horse? Which one's worse to be into? So Twitch overwhelmingly answered that horse is the worst one to be in. And then YouTube overwhelmingly answered that poop and pee is the worst one to be into. So you guys are going to have to fight amongst yourselves,
Like the last scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just like put it in one of those boxes.
Yes.
100%.
Of all his other he takes.
Yeah.
Just endless rows of. No, so let's put those in a box and put them away with the horsecock stuff. Let's start from there. Let's start there, I think. Teddy says, this is just a witch hunt. I'm disgusted. We all at one point watch horse-related porn. And yet, some reason Vaush is the bad guy. Give me a break. Everyone has watched horse porn. If you tell me you didn't, I won't believe you. Stop this witch hunt.
Wait, what? Everybody's watched horse? I've never watched horse.
Turning the witch.
He just exposed the whole chat.
I was afraid.
Fucking hypocrites.
I was afraid for a minute that you were for real, but I'm glad that we took a journey together. Dasha says, I love this community. Most of y'all. Yeah. Thank you, Dasha. Thank you so much. Wow, that was, I knew this was going to be a journey. Vaush, you can't be mad that I did. It's so funny. Like, I've never seen another creator show their folder and it be horses. This is the first time.
This is a novel. And for it to, again, which I only realized in retrospect that there is this horse meme around him existing for years.
And this history.
This is such a gift to comedy.
Like, Vaush, I have seen these clips. I've seen some of these clips, right, floating around. And all of his fans are always like, hoarding around them, like, it's out of context, blah, blah, blah. He explained it. So it's easy to not think about it too much. But like when you really dig into it, bro, it doesn't get better. And also horsecock, man. Come on, dude. We got to draw the line, Cock.
Oh my God.
So let's start with putting it in a box. And then how does he say, yeah, guys, listen, I'm a sexual deviant. I have issues. I'm going to try
it is comedic, yeah.
Because listen, I got issues, I'm gonna see a therapist. I'm gonna just get off the horse and all these stuff combined.
Move back to Tacoma, maybe.
Get back on Tinder.
Get back on
in Tacoma,
Tinder.
man. People love you
Yeah.
there.
People love you
They'll
there.
stop
Tacoma
crying.
wept.
And
Have some sympathy, man. They're crying over there.
Yeah, bro. Just I think that's good. Just listen. But if you're gonna want to argue with me about what you said isn't fucked up, that's not a conversation I think is gonna go great for you. But I guess I'll have it if everyone is on board. If people aren't comfortable, then
I think if you're into that kind of stuff, you do have to own up that it is very, very weird. It is very, very weird.
would probably be good content.
one would argue great content.
He's such a good debater, though. Maybe he'll out-debate me on this.
That would be epic.
That would be crazy.
The first time
He'll
you
be
pick
like,
an
I'll
L
be
on a
like,
debate.
damn, I guess maybe you're making sense. Maybe photography is good in some cases.
You end up apologizing to him.
Look, here's another one.
You know what? Horses do have really big cocks.
You're gonna hurt yourself,
Here's another one in the
man.
chat. I'm gonna have to respectfully ask people to stop saying this. As a fan of both of you, the leaks are funny or hilarious, but it's the bad faith and cutting of clips that is disheartening.
How?
We didn't
We
do
went
that.
through.
We
They must not have watched.
understand the point he was making.
they
We
must
We
not
did
have
get
watched.
it.
not do that. We watched the whole thing.
It's just that point also sucks.
Here's the thing. Here's
It
where
does.
Yeah.
It
the
sucks,
thing is,
yeah.
if you left that comment, you are part of this weird cult because you must not have watched our thing, and you've been running defense for this guy for years, going anytime someone talks about this and saying, "Oh, you cut it out of context." But here, we very deliberately and intentionally, and in great detail and effort and time, looked at all the clips in their full context to get ahead of this very expected response.
And we understood the point that he was trying to make. It still didn't make it any better.
No, it did not. It did not. It did
You
not
have
make it
tried
better.
to get my fucking cock for years.
Says that's what Mr. Ed said when he could finally talk.
I was.
So what do we? Okay, we got to change the title. What do we think?
I gotta go to the bathroom so bad.
Go ahead.
Let's change it to Tacoma. This
is
one's for
fine.
you.
Shout out Tacoma County.
Just call it Tacoma Web.
We're gonna need a ducky camera.
That's so sweet.
Somebody donated $10. Said he was just looking for a stable relationship.
Come on.
Nice.
So Taylor Swift's out, James Charles is out, Bevo's out.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did we talk about Cav in the beginning?
Okay. Jesus Christ, dude. All right. Next thing on the list is that Vaush responds, I believe. Someone was posting that in a Twitter in response to this, and it was hilarious. Okay, so we're going to watch Vaush's defense stream. All right. That's what's next. A live Vaush. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be something, guys. This is going to be something. Okay, I can't wait to see this. We're about to watch it. I need to eat something. I need to eat something. Oh my God. I am actually genuinely sad. I am actually genuinely sad that somebody who was so nice to me, so kind to me, ended up being into horses like this. And, you know, and being into really weird, you know? I mean, oh my God, dude. How about some delicious horse meat? Oh my God. Question star, how long will we be on stream tonight? Probably till midnight. Probably till midnight. But I need a little bit of a break. Horses ain't even the issue. I don't know. I think people care more about the lily than the horses. The horses are just funny. Yeah, the horses are very funny. And the explanation for it is supposedly very, very funny. So we're gonna watch this.
All right, folks.
I feel like I look weird without glasses now. Do I look weird without glasses? I don't know. People were yelling at me, take off the granny glasses, when I was on the stream in Ohio.
My haircut. I'm back. What did I miss? Is everything okay? Nothing? Horse haircut?
Thanks.
Wouldn't that be like a long mohawk? Wouldn't that be a horse haircut? Your hair looks amazing. Oh, Mistress Lynn, you're too kind to me.
Oh, thank you, Pander.
Turn on the news, any channel, they hit the fucking Pentagon. Good. About time those bastards got what was coming to them. The Pentagon. Do you have any idea how much shit they've done? Ooh, that's a lot of people in chat. Vaush, your hair looks moist and sloppy. Well, I did just get out of the shower, so that might contribute to the moistness and the sloppiness, you know.
He doesn't look sloppy. He looks
A second
pretty
stream, Vaush, what sorcery is
put
this?
together.
I know. You look like a greaser. All right. I mean, I think it looks good. Like, I don't know. I want to have it so all the hair is going in a big swoop, like not having a part, but I need this hair to get longer first, so. In the meantime, hey, Vaush, I heard your child slavery tunnels got discovered and put on blast. Yeah, it's you know, the underground, like, what's the term for an underage horse? Kid? No, it's a goat. Foal? Is it foal? F-O-A-L?
It's
right?
a foal.
They got me.
It's a foal.
Full? Okay, gotcha. I hope you choose violence this time. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I know that I'm well-loved for my firebrand personality, but to be honest, it's
Thank
just
you,
pretty sad.
thank
For
you,
those of you
Chan.
who don't know, Ethan Klein and his friends over in the H3 pod dedicated about 2 hours of the podcast to doing like the platonic ideal of a bad faith Vaush is a takedown, including like everything, like 5 years ago, like stuff that's been addressed so long that, I mean, I didn't see it. I saw people in my Discord talk about it. I didn't want to watch it myself, partly because it would just make me upset, and partly because I was getting a haircut at the time. But like it wasn't even like anything temporal. It was literally just like, fuck this guy. My understanding is that they were even doing like the Tacoma wept jokes and pretending that the Tacoma wept thing wasn't a joke. Like the thing that people pretend to do where they see an obvious joke and act like I'm being serious as a way of implying that it's you know, like cringy or whatever. So if it's reached that level of like indiscriminate shit talking and smearing, then it's obviously not any kind of like pointed criticism. So with that in mind, like what do I even what do I do? The 89th debunk on this? It's nonsense. It's mostly just really saddening because I thought that Ethan Klein and I were on good terms, which I know he made fun of. I think at some point he was like, huh, as if I would ever be friends with this, which is really disingenuous because the last time we talked on Twitter DMs, he was really friendly to me. Back when I had a channel strike, he talked with me about offering to give me access to his content manager on YouTube so that I could deal with the strike better. And just a little while ago when he was going through the rounds because he was doing like weird arguments with Hassan about Zionism or whatever, he didn't like a tweet that I had liked. So he reached out to me and asked me about it. We talked for a bit and I disagreed with him. But eventually I moved over and said, oh, okay, and I unliked the tweet at his request. So like every engagement I've ever had with him has been like mutually respectful, and then like randomly this. So yeah, I don't know. People accuse me of not being willing to reach out to people, but holy shit, can you understand why now? Can you understand like why I'm not great at reaching out to people? Holy shit. There's almost always going to be more of a social impetus to turn on me than there will be to like be decent to me, you know? Do you think you can call in and talk it over with them? Maybe this is your ticket in? Nah, well, I mean, if they want me to go on, I will, you know? But with stuff like this, with like after a 2-hour well-poisoning, bad faith accusation thing that could have been dispelled by watching any of the innumerable times I've talked about it, it's very obvious that the effort is not to have any kind of like fair dialogue, but rather just to tear me down. I don't mind Ethan covering drama or even not being like aware of everything that I've said, but the degree of bad faith there was like past the point of it being perceptibly mendable, I feel, which I don't know, it's very, very saddening.
Ethan never said that.
They said to DM the podcast Twitter account if you want to. I tweeted, I'm fair to go on, and they on their thing said not today, which obviously doing it in a subsequent day kind of like, you know, like the damage is done. But why is it a recurring thing that you get accused of? Well, for the most part, I think it's just because people hate me. Unfortunately, social bias is a very like inertial process where the more, you all remember this probably from high school, or if you're in high school, you know it now, which is people who are disliked because they're disliked because they're disliked. There's clout in disavowing people who are already disliked. So if you benefit from disliking people who are disliked, and so on, right? I don't really think there's another explanation because this was like a fully prepared hit piece, not even some kind of like organic.
I don't think it was a fully prepared hit piece like he thinks it is. If he didn't watch it, it's gonna feel worse in his head.
Disagreement or upsetness or whatever. One of the things that they did, which, and by the way, I'm hearing this secondhand. I'm hearing this secondhand. So I admit if I'm wrong, then that's on me. I don't want to watch it. Honestly, it would just upset me. But they acted as though the whole horse thing was some kind of like secret that I'm trying to play off as a joke. Like they were like, we found out like he really does like horse dicks or whatever, which to construct that impression, you would need to be willfully dishonest. I have emotes making fun of it. Like that is a level of willful dishonesty that I think it's stuff like that, you know, because it means there's no real sincere effort at I don't know, engaging with or uncovering any kind of drama. It's just an effort at like character assassination. Are you going to watch it on stream? No. To my understanding, and again, tell me if I'm wrong, they didn't say anything that hasn't been said to me before by like Twitter Nazis or whatever. Most of the stuff they said was in content indistinguishable from the most obviously hateful bad faith stuff that I've seen, which means it's already addressed. There are videos on it, you know? That's one of the things that always gets me about stuff like this is that I've never been one to hide controversy, right? I have done and said, I would say fairly sussy stuff in the time that I've been streaming, you know? I have no filter. Not to like blame autism or whatever, but clearly like, you know, the way I decide to communicate my intentions and beliefs sometimes differs from what people would prefer I do, whatever,
Jesus.
right? And I'm a wacky guy, you know, it is known. So I've said stuff, the initial clips where I was comparing child and child slavery, like, you know, work exploitation, I don't think it's wrong for a person to look at that and go, huh, that's pretty suspicious. And for that reason, I've always tried to be upfront or like clear. If people have an issue with what I've done or said, I always want there to be a video that I can point to, you know? Like, hey, I understand that this looks bad. There you go. Like here, I talk about it extensively. The Thought Slime Meltdown stream, you know, there you go. I talk about it extensively. But usually when hit pieces like this are done on me, there's an effort to make it seem as though I hide everything. You know what I mean? Like all of this is like a deep dive or secret information that has been uncovered that's never been addressed before because I don't want you to see it. And it reminds me very much of the like I don't know, like Alex Jones, they don't want you to know this thing. It's just like, it's conspiracism for the purpose of making me seem more sinister than I am. You know, I'm a moderate amount of sinister. I don't think it's, I don't think it's broadly, I don't think it goes that far. How does Destiny not get anywhere near as much hate as you, despite being just as unhinged as you? Well, for just as unhinged as me, honestly. You try to sneak that in, it's because of his good looks and charm. You know, I don't know what to say. You should really watch their segment. They didn't just watch the out-of-context clips. They watched some of the explanations too. No. Oh, pigeon. Jesus. Leapt across the desk. No. I've done this so many times. So many times. Like, it's been 5 years, guys. 5 years I've done this. And every time it's the same thing. Every time things go down this road, it's always the same collection of, like, really aggressively bad faith, obviously dishonest. You know, I think at one point, I saw this from the Discord, somebody said that Ethan said that I had like a folder full of or something. What the fuck? Like, what am I, like, what is that?
Yeah, sure, calling it is not correct, but it is sussy baka stuff, right? It is sussy baka stuff. It's very sussy baka, right?
There to respond to when that's the level. Like, that's the degree of, you know what I mean? Like, it's tiring. People want me to engage with the drama, and I understand your desire to see me constantly beefing, but this isn't a subject that I find particularly gratifying to constantly have to debate over, you know? Especially when everything is, as far as I'm concerned, a fairly well-explained and settled issue. It's all been discussed, it's all been deliberated. The only reason a person would decide to make a hit piece.
Why would Vaush watch the video and Ethan didn't say anything that hasn't already been said? I mean, I think he should watch it so he would know better how they looked at it, right? Because obviously his fans are going to make it way worse than he is.
On me, especially Ethan Klein, not like just randomly entering in. We've talked is if things were past discussion, it is just now convenient to hate me. So Keemstar said the whole folder full of CP things. It's Keemstar. Who cares? It's Keemstar. Wow. Who cares? Keemstar. Okay. I don't give a fuck. Ethan Klein. Different people. Again, different people. My God, I can blur out the disingenuous nonsense from communities that I expect this from. This is one of the reasons why bullying from other people on the left is different and feels different to everyone. I mean, not just me, than like getting attacked from people on the right. If you are, I don't know, a random left-leaning person and some right-wingers say mean stuff about you, it's very easy to write that off because you can go, well, okay, of course, like obviously, other side of the culture war. But with if it's from within the left, there's like a pretense of good faith and fair play that they can use to exploit your you know, your vulnerabilities to an extent. So to that end, like obviously it's going to hurt more coming from Ethan Klein, but I guess it's a mistake that I can only make once with him. What if it's because you're pro-Palestine? No, it's nothing like that. The bridge can be mended. No, guys, come on. I understand you're all viewing this from a content perspective, but I don't find it very funny. Like this is, as far as I'm concerned, it's just another like element of disappointment, you know, stacked up on it. Like, come on, guys, like really think about it. Like, seriously. I'm sorry, Vaush, I don't see how you can feel you're being bullied by the H3 podcast. Grow some hair. That's true. I need to bootstraps my way out of that. The bridge, they said Vaush would probably rape real children. Yeah, there was a degree of bad faith there that is not like addressable on my end. You know, it's like from my side of the river, it's like saying, you know, you can still repair this bridge while it's getting nuked from the other side. It's like it's not even a bridge, really. Just a wee bit of bad faith. Yeah, you know. It could also be parasocial desperation, as they like you both and not just drama. Oh, yeah, to be sure. I don't think everyone being annoying in chat is doing so, you know, like maliciously or whatever. I do think to some level Dan is orchestrating it and Ethan could be convinced in a conversation. I don't know.
I don't think Dan's orchestrating it. I think Dan actually is a little bit more favorable towards Vaush.
I know that Dan is like a Hassan fan and he doesn't like me. And I've known that for a while. I heard from some people in Discord that he was pretending to not know me. Like, I guess a perception that some people have led me to believe that I don't know is true is that he fucking despises me and he kind of like set this up for the dislike. But he wants to pretend that his hands are off it. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I know that people are pretty crazy about me, so it wouldn't be, you know, it's not like completely out.
Dan is a socialist, I'm pretty sure, or a communist, I don't know. But his family were like Bolsheviks or whatever. So if anything, he would be more prone to try and protect Vaush, given that, you know, even with Hassan, when Hassan was talking about like socialism or communism or whatever, Dan has stepped in to, you know, kind of defend it, right? So, Jesus. Oh shit! Dylan, thank you for the raid. Dylan, another very cool person I met at the Progressive Victory Ohio canvassing. It was super cool. Really, really nice guy. Obviously, we've met in person before, but it was super cool to hang out with him and catch up with him, given that he had just gotten back from Ukraine. I guess he's going to be going back soon. So yeah, that was super cool. And I know he's also speaking at some convention soon. And that's super exciting. I'm very, very proud of Dylan. Very, very good work he's done. Hi, welcome. welcome to the stream. We're going over the very unfortunate case of what happened with Vaush and H3H3. I will reiterate, like, I think Vaush is, when I've interacted with him in person, he's been incredibly kind, right? When I have, when I was a baby streamer, Vaush used to hang out in my chat and sometimes pop on. And so it's very sad. This is very sad. This is a very sad moment for me to see that, he, got fucked with some of this stuff, So, I mean, yeah, it's just, there's so much there. I don't know how he's going to handle this. Like, I'm sure he can, I don't know, dude. I don't know. The horse stuff is weird. I can't deny it. It's weird, My goodness. My goodness. The horse stuff is definitely weird. Definitely weird. Anyways, yeah. Consider subbing, consider super chatting. But yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird. I can't deny it. I would love to say that it's not. I would love to say that it's not weird, but it is. It's weird, man. And I'm sad. I'm sad about it. It's really fucking weird. And I have questions. Okay? I have some questions. The lily is weirder than the horse stuff, yes. But the horse stuff is overwhelming. The horse stuff is overwhelming. That's very, very true. I just can't believe it. We're going to put this on 1.5 speed.
Out of pocket. I mean, I guess I've criticized Dan a few times. There were a few things that he said during the, I don't even remember what the topic was. I'm sure I've criticized him a few times. I mean, Ethan's a grown person though. Everybody is susceptible to the input of their friends. Vaush, he openly admitted he's been waiting for this moment for years. Did he say that? That's so weird. Why are people so weird? Why? I don't get it,
He probably, okay.
Again, I get a lot of criticism. Maybe he didn't say that. Maybe that person in chat is wrong. Maybe he didn't say that.
Yeah, there's like loli in the stuff. And like, again, I've said this before, but like, while I think that artistic freedom is something that should be like protected. I do think, like, you have to at least acknowledge that loli is weird, right? Like, you have to at least acknowledge that loli is strange and, degenerate, right? But do I think it should be, like, made illegal? Probably not. Do I think people who are into that shit should probably get some help or probably try to not be into that shit? Yeah. Yeah. So, because otherwise, like, again, like, stick figures would get you into trouble, So, yeah. Yes, it's weird. We shouldn't encourage it, right? So, I don't know. But at the same time, again, like if I looked at, I don't know, people have said like, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, anyways, let's resume. You have to acknowledge it's weird. You do. You have to. It's very unfortunate, but you have to. The loli stuff is weird and the horse stuff is weird. Yeah. See? Yeah, I don't think art should be illegal, but the loli shit should be socially enforced because that shit's gross. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For that. Okay. Some people in chat are saying they remember him saying that, and other people are saying, I've been sitting on this one for a while is also a direct quote. Sitting on this one for a while. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
It's like poop and pee. I think we should shame people who are into poop and pee. So
what he's been watching? Has he been watching Vaush for a while now? Well, what he didn't. He's been waiting for an environment where you could call me a. He's been waiting.
By the way, let me just say, if you guys didn't watch Dylan on the Ohio canvassing streams, you were missing out. That dude fucking kills it. Okay, he is killing it.
For that that rare chance that people online get. He said he kept the Tacoma wept quote for a while. Oh, okay. That one's just funny. People get so weird about that, Seriously, Vaush, you should probably engage with more than this is disappointing. This could actually hurt your outrage. Oh, of course it can. Obviously, it goes without saying that this is like an egregious attack on my career. But first of all, putting that as the first argument is kind of disingenuous, I feel. Like, there are plenty of things that even I've done that hurt my career, like, constantly. There are plenty of positions that I could take or arguments I could make. Maybe they would be disingenuous, but they would benefit my career. The real problem for me, I guess, is that this is kind of just a reaffirmation of the idea that I should never really look to outreach to anyone for any reason, which I guess is true and has been true for a while. No, I'm not.
So, Rex says the horse shit is like kink shit. And kink shaming isn't something I'm into. That's fine, but I think poop and pee should be shamed because poop and pee is unsanitary. And we as humans have evolved to not like poop and pee. So if you like poop and pee, there might be something wrong with your nervous system or something. I don't know. Especially if you're turned on by it, like, goddamn, dude. And by the same thing, like, I feel like as humans, we're not like made to be like, into horses, sexually. Actually, no, maybe that's wrong because there were a lot of dudes who fucked sheeps like back in the day, right? And there's still dudes who like fuck donkeys, but I don't know, like, horse peen isn't going to fit inside you. It's going to cause a lot of internal damage, Yeah. No, I don't think anal should be shamed. Anal's fine, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Horse cannot give verbal consent. Not okay. I agree. Yeah. Just like poop and pee is gross. You know, as humans, even as cavemen, we pooped and we peed in a specific place, away from where we ate and away from where we slept. And if you're into that sexually, man, there might be something wrong with your nervous system or something. I don't know. Maybe there's some part of your brain that's been shut off. I don't know. Well, okay. So Sandal says, I don't think if people think something is generally gross means that it is necessarily bad, but often gross things have other things to say that they are bad. Yeah, because like poop and pee has bacteria in it. And, you know, I don't want to get some weird disease, you know? Also, children who are exposed more to fecal matter, like, end up, like, having, like, growth problems and stuff. Like, fucking wild. Pee is sterile, sis. That doesn't mean that it isn't filled with bacteria. Sterile, what does sterile mean? What does sterile mean? Stardust, as a long-term diehard Vaushite, I was always fine with the horse stuff. His fetish is being the horse. The lowly shit, however, is kind of unexcusable, especially since he's been vocal against it. Yeah. Okay, anyways, let's resume.
Talking to a lawyer, come on. Why do you never sue people over stuff like this? First of all, because it's not a case.
He's a public figure. He can't sue over this.
And second of all, come on. People, they rush to that, you know. Maybe you're British. Maybe if everyone was in England, sure. But like, no, come on. You know, you could ignore all this for 2 weeks and it'll go away. Not everything works that way. I mean, even if that was the case, I think I'm entitled to feel, you know, pretty hurt by how things have happened. Vaush, I hear starting a lawsuit against Ethan Klein.
P is apparently, it's not sterile. I mean, by sterile, if you mean like it hasn't been touched by humans, like human hands, yeah, it hasn't been touched by human hands. It still has bacteria in it. It's still, you know.
The surefire way to success. Vaush, Destiny's response to this, you have to know that I don't care. Why do people in chat keep talking about Hassan? When did Hassan even come up? I think, given the negativity of the hour, I think I'm entitled to ban frivolously. So I will. It's just so bizarre that Ethan spent 5 months being clipped out of context by bad faith people framing him as a Zionist and his wife as a baby killer than he did around. Yeah, like, I know for a fact that Ethan Klein has had a long and storied career of doing and saying objectionable things, a lot of which he's tried to move past. Imagine if I, like, out of nowhere, brought a bunch of people on and went through a pre-curated clip show of every, like the most insanely bad faith.
I think I lost like 100 viewers because I kept talking about poop and pee. Anyway, sorry guys.
Like clip chimps or screenshots imaginable. So that everyone watching it could like jeer and crow it and go, oh, dude. And the whole time I'm pretending that I like just dug it up. Like Ethan Klein's been hiding this from you and I'm now procuring it. I've investigated and this is what he's been hiding from you, as opposed to it being like a very over-discussed thing from his end. That's what he did to me. And I don't know, it seems kind of bad. If you don't want to discuss this, what's up with the title of the stream? I am discussing this. It's the only thing that I've discussed, as a matter of fact.
So the thing is, guys, for the people in the chat who haven't seen everything, people on 4chan went through all of the thumbnails that Vaush had downloaded on his computer, and they confirmed that some of these images were from loli artists or artists that make lolicon. So
he did watch the context for a lot of your clips. I'm afraid I don't believe that's true. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. I'm sure he like procured snippets of me talking about it, and then they all like talked over it to disagree with it. But I don't believe that. Not to mention, like, you know, you could just have me on. Vaush, that's exactly what happened. Okay, yeah. That would be my guess. Yeah, you know.
Again, my stance is, you know, like lolicon is like, it's weird. It's weird. Do I think it automatically makes Vaush like a... No, I don't think so. But it does mean that he's into some pretty degenerate stuff. The horse thing, you know, does it, like, that means he's a degenerate, right? So, yeah. It's, you know, it's problematic, especially since he himself has spoken out against people who consume loli. So, yeah.
Unless you're really engaging with an explanation, the cutout explanation itself is just another thing to clip chimp. You know what I mean? You can take a clip chimp and then a person tries to justify it or explain it or add context, and then you clip chimp that explanation and then go, ah, well, what an ineffective defense of the original video. I guess they really are cooked. I know that what I've done and what I've said is justifiable because I've justified it, and people in chat who have no reason to like or defend me outside of the fact that I'm charismatic, handsome, charming, awesome, have all right opinions, etc. I mean, you know, this is like a discussed issue, a tested subject. I don't think that, like, with respect, a crowd of jeering idiots have like pierced that set of explanations with an effective rebuttal. I mean, I guess I could be wrong. Yeah, Jackster, it's pretty unfortunate. They literally pulled up your debate with Noncompete from Noncompete's POV and they agreed with him. So by they, you mean Dan, right? Noncompete is like a tanky YouTuber that Ethan and normies probably wouldn't engage with, and my channel is far larger than his. So if you, and they both contain the same content. So the only reason you would get that content from his stream rather than mine kind of suggests that there was some kind of like prior bias there. I don't know. Man, it feels so disingenuous. What even happened in that convo? I mentioned that Luna Oi called me a and then I said no, and then I explained the difference between rule and act utilitarianism, but he was like interrupting me and wouldn't listen. I don't know. This is a lesson to any aspiring streamers out there. If you're going to talk about moral hypotheticals, don't go immediately to the most extreme and attention-grabbing argument possible. It doesn't work out in your favor in the long run. Was
Have
that
a
the
good
one
one,
where he
Dave
rage quit? Yes.
Emerula. Always appreciate you. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit.
Damage
here.
already been done. As a product, largely, I guess, of my arrogant belief that I can always effectively convey myself, no matter how bad the environment, I will still
So there is a part in this where he says that he wants to be the horse, right?
go on if I am invited on, but the well is so poisoned that in all likelihood, the only thing I could ever do if going on would be to act out the role of a flustered buffoon failing to defend himself against a crowd of people jeering at him. You know, there's a big difference. Like if there was any sincere interest in getting my perspective on it, why did it play out like this? Obviously there isn't. The only reason that I would come on would be to play that stooge. Now, do I think I could play that stooge so effectively that I might actually help them understand or maybe get across to Ethan maybe? Because I'm delusional? Maybe, I don't know. But it's not a role that I particularly enjoy taking. You know, that's not the role that I want to play. I wonder why, James McQueen.
I could see that Evil City.
It was insane how explicitly anti-intellectual they were while watching a clip of you explaining rule utilitarianism. Yeah, I'm sure. I can imagine even which one it was. Too.
Look,
Yeah.
let me just remind you all, only a philosophy bro would do that, okay?
Pretty dumb. What's your plan moving forward from this? I'm just going to keep doing what I look, I like the politics. I'm not, none of the, obviously it is stressful, but I love the game. I do it for the love of the game. There's stuff to cover. There's opinions to offer. You know, it's important. As brutal as it is, Biden has to win. You know, as much as he's done negatively, cheese wheels have to be procured. And I have always done all of this, having to fight more of an uphill battle than basically anyone else. You know, the amount of hate and vitriol that I get, but I still love it. And I'll keep with it, you know, as best as I can.
Okay,
But
where
again,
does he explain?
Don't think that I'm as repellent as my reputation would indicate.
Where does he
I think that for the
explain?
most part, I'm a jolly fellow, even if I no longer have the belly to go with it. And, you know, I want to keep it going. H3 fans are watching and posting the server. I know. Welcome to the stream, Benjamin. You might want to go back to the beginning and catch up at 2x speed. No, Dylan the villain. That's what the rewind function is for. That's what YouTube is good for. I think something they didn't understand and didn't make clear is that you were debating someone who was for the things you argued against. They made it seem like you said this out of nowhere. You're being very vague. Do you mean the like child versus child labor in foreign countries thing? Yeah, people like to say, bro, why does this keep coming up with you? When they don't understand, other people bring it up, which is what's happening.
Just a second. What is this? Let's see here.
With regards to the horse thing, you know, what would I tell a therapist? They'd be like, okay, I don't understand. What is that? I don't even know what that suggests. It's literally a joke, man. The horse thing is not a joke. This is, we can't let this be smeared, okay? If, to whatever extent, you know, people can say, oh, we place it off as this or that, okay? I'll make it clear. You can write this down. I want to fuck a woman as a horse. None of this is a secret. Just to be clear, you know, many jokes have been made about this, but I stand by it. My moral principles are rock solid. My feet are firmly planted in the ground. I've got my boots up. They're planted firmly. You cannot move me from my position. This isn't a secret. Let's talk to a therapist. Well, why do you want to be the horse, Vaush? Because then I'd have a giant dick. Okay, couldn't you have a big dick the other way? Well, yeah, I could. Like, yeah, I could have a big dick hypothetically in any variety of scenarios, but then it wouldn't really be a horse dick. Well, you could be a human with a horse dick. Yes, but then I wouldn't have that powerful stallion energy using it. There you go.
What is the powerful stallion energy? What is this? What is powerful stallion energy? Okay, what?
Dick. Okay, couldn't you have my feet are firmly planted in the ground. I've got my boots up. They're planted firmly. You cannot move me from my position. This isn't a secret. Let's talk to a therapist. Well, why do you want to be the horse, Vaush? Because then I'd have a giant dick. Okay, couldn't you have a big dick the other way? Well, yeah, I could. Like, yeah, I could have a big dick hypothetically in any variety of scenarios, but then it wouldn't really be a horse dick. Well, you could be a human with a horse dick. Yes, but then I wouldn't have that powerful stallion.
Why are you admitting to this, bro? Just say it's a joke.
Energy using it. There you go. That's it. That's the whole thing. Speak your truth, force. Spit that shit. You know, people trying to make a thing out of that, like this can get me. Honestly.
Oh my god, why? Why, bro? My question is it still bestiality if you want to be a horse fucking a human? Because I know it's bestiality if you are the human and you want to fuck an animal. Is it just like bestiality in reverse? I guess, right? If you want to be the horse fucking a human. Is only bestiality for the bottom in that scenario? What? If you're the animal and if you want to be an animal fucking a human, I mean, it's still bestiality, right? I don't know. Because you can't call it furry shit, because he clearly doesn't want to be like an anthropomorphic horse. He wants to be a horse with a big horse dick. If he's a horse, it's not bestiality from the horse perspective. He's fucking upwards. Wait, what? Stardust, do you know about the Harkness test? No, Harkness test? No, I don't. Humanility? Like, somebody figure it out. Is it beast? If he's a horse, it's not bestiality from the horse perspective. He's fucking upwards. Okay, but like, the act itself is still bestiality, right? If you think of yourself as an animal while coitus, I don't think you are an animal. I want to know what the horse thinks about this. He is the horse. No, furries are specifically into being anthropomorphic animals. They're not into being animals. Furries are into being anthropomorphic animals. You know, they're humanoids with animal characteristics. But if you want to bang a horse, so there's a difference between wanting to bang a horse furry, right? Which, you know, it's a little weird, but whatever. And wanting to bang a horse, which is criminal, right? Because the horse furry is humanoid. But if you want to bang a horse, that is criminal. You shouldn't be doing that. DB Cyclops, thank you for the resubscribe. Look, it doesn't matter what role you want to be, for fuck's sake. Any kind of interspecies coitus is gross and wrong. I mean, I agree that it's gross and wrong. Okay, so because animals haven't raped any humans so far, we don't have a word for it. Damn. No, animals have raped humans. I think they just call it rape. You know, there are apparently like something like 14 dolphin rapes a year. That's fucking wild. Lily says, I wouldn't say it's bestiality / zoophilia because he's not attracted to horses. He wants to be the horse. You know what? I think I'm about done with it. He is attracted to having the horse cock. I mean, we saw the Discord messages earlier because he thinks having a horse cock is like attractive and sexy. So the folder and how he thought it was fine to talk about this in public broke me and made me unsub from him. He doesn't get that he can't do and say whatever he wants and expect everything to be fine. Yeah, no, you gotta keep your kinks to yourself, dude, especially if it's some fucked up shit like this. In my country, only men can be charged. Interview a furry? I have interviewed furries before. So he's attracted to being a horse and having a horse cock. Ugh. I don't know, all this is just strange. I don't buy that he wants a horse cock and isn't attracted to horses. Well, all of the stuff he had was like horses fucking girls, so, you know. A man wanting a big dick, shocker. Well, it's not just about that, Moreline. He talks about how how just having a horse tick isn't good enough. He wants to be the horse with the stallion energy. Someone calls a man a daddy or a woman a mommy during coitus. Is that incest? I think not. But does that, calling them is different than wanting to be. If you want to be their father or be their mother, then that's weird, yeah, right? Like, he specifies that it's drawn, even if he didn't, Vaush spent his entire career calling everyone under the sun a Nazi. So to be less bad faith than Vaush is by default? No, I'm not trying to make it into something it's not. I'm really not. I'm just asking. If you want to be the horse fucking a human, then is it bestiality, right? Don't furries have enough troubles? Can't we leave the poor bastards out of this? No, I don't have anything against furries. It's not for me, but I don't have anything against it. Doesn't consent play a role in why it's wrong? If the animal can't consent, but since he would be a sapient horse, he could consent and his partner could also. That's true. A huge part of why bestiality is wrong is because animals can't, and also it's gross. But, yeah, Economancer says doesn't, so if the animal can consent, if he becomes the horse, and he can consent, and his partner consents too, is it still bestiality? I don't think so. I don't think consent is a coherent concept to begin with, but regardless, people have no issue with killing and eating animals. I'm not sure that I understand that. Merlin says it's not. Okay. Pagan thinks is yes. Even if animals could consent, it would still be wrong. Yeah, probably. Bestiality, you need an animal. Bestiality is a crime, this would not be. Okay, so it's zoophilia. Okay. Sorry, bestiality may be the wrong word. If you're a human who wants to be a horse fucking another human, and you want to fuck that human as a horse, then it's probably zoophilia, right? I shouldn't have used the word bestiality. I don't know. This is a conversation to be had under the influence of drugs. It's not furry. Furries want anthropomorphic animals. So this is not furry. This is like zoophilia or whatever. It's not, because that is love for animals. But if it's a love for being a horse, if it's a love for wanting to be a horse and fucking another human with your big horse cock, then it is love, right? It's kind of zoophilia, right? No? Not enough drugs for this conversation. I'm so confused. What is going on? Bro, if you want to be an animal and want to fuck... Stardust, TBH, I say feels icky-based politics are silly. I despise scat. Probably commit illegal acts against a scat fetishist that doesn't bathe his hands in disinfectant before shaking mine. But I would be against prohibiting it. Good stuff, on the other hand, hurts human beings by default, which is why all societies broadly have roughly the same prohibitions against it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not disputing that, Evil City. Not disputing that one bit. I guess it's autozoophilia. Can you explain why it's autozoophilia, good emperor? I guess because, I guess you're kind of like looking at autogynephilia. Is that where you're bringing that from? Wouldn't it be more of degradation instead of zoophilia? Maybe they value degradation of a person having sex with an animal over the animal itself. Well, that's not what it is for Vaush. Vaush says he wants to be a horse and have a powerful horse penis and have powerful horse energy. Autozoophilia is like autogynephilia, is where you're attracted to being the thing you sexually desire. Okay, that makes sense. So he's got like autozoophilia. That makes sense. I think Good Emperor came up with the best word for this, right? Autozoophilia. Okay, so wow, we just had a breakthrough in our conversation here. Guys, if you like the content, and if you like asking these terrible questions in the middle of us covering drama, consider subscribing on Twitch. Consider becoming a member on YouTube or super chatting. We also have a Patreon and we have Discord subs now. Trying to pump those Discord subs up. So, geez, dude. Isn't autogynephilia a completely fake diagnosis though? No. A lot of the trans community is very split on it, but I think there are a lot of trans people who do believe that it's real. Do the semantics matter? Psycho is what it is. Well, semantics are how we define things and conceptualize things as humans, right? Language is like the building block of everything. I need to rewatch this stream and see how many times the word penis and cock is said. I'm sorry. I agree, no matter how you slice it, this is insane. I am liking just for the title. Okay, we've come up with a term for it, autozoophilia. I mean, you know, like, please like the YouTube stream, become a member or super chat or something. I don't know. Jesus, what is wrong with me? This channel is your trigger warning. So true. It certainly doesn't exist in the ICD-10. I guess not. I guess not. So would it be wrong or bestiality to have sex with aliens or RPing sex between fantasy races? So we were just talking about that earlier. I think Vaush should never have made his analogies to, you know, in child labor. If he were really going to do that, he should have like talked about fucking an alien from outer space or something. I don't know. I learned a lot today. I wonder if Vaush's favorite song is The Four Horsemen by Metallica. Oh shit. Shit. It might be food time, guys. It might be food time. Just a second. It's not the look, it's the fact that we assume they're intelligent enough to consent or not. Play a video of horses running. Just put all the worst fetishes in a basket. Why don't you? What if like somebody is attracted to being younger or something, of themselves being younger? Food after that? Look, I think everyone just needs to ask themselves why Baldur's Gate 3 had the bear sex scene. Why? People can't choose what fetishes they have. They probably can't, but some fetishes are escalated, like from other stuff, you know? 3 worst fetishes: kids, excrements, snuff. Any of that gets you going, you need therapy. Yeah. Probably zoophilia too, right? Damn, dude. We still have so much more to go in this.
Honestly, as long as you don't actually harm horses, a therapist won't be used. Well, if they ever develop some kind of invasive surgical procedure that does in fact harm a horse, but allows my consciousness to be transferred into their brain, then we might have an issue. When we get the Freaky Friday Vaush horse brain swap scenario, when that's on the table. So this, I assume this is like a Neuralink thing. So you should all be watching Neuralink with like, you know, with bated breath, because that's the real avenue by which moral harm could be done here. Well, yeah, it's Keemstar Yard. I understand, but please fix your collar. Fix my collar. It's a bomber jacket. What do you fix my collar? Collar gap? There's no collar gap. What do you mean collar gap? They say you downloaded Lolicon. Deliberately disingenuous framing. I'll explain the whole thing. For those who don't know, 4 days ago, I was doing what I do, which is showing chat men's formal wear and talking at them about it for hours on end.
RX is going, here we go. RX says, oh, a horse can resist. A horse, that's not the quote. That's not what it is. A horse can't consent. They can resist, but they can't consent. That's the key. I don't know why Dylan would even raid this. I'm out. Peace. Damn, I really upset that guy. Sorry. Oh, it was a joke? I'm sorry, RX. I'm sorry.
And I was going to open up an image with right-click, open a new window, but instead I did right-click, save as, and it opened a folder.
Dylan didn't see. Dylan and I are friends. Damn, that makes me sad. I mean, yeah, if this is too upsetting for Dylan and his audience, I understand, you know, so.
To be sorted. The to be sorted folder, which is where I put images that have yet to be sorted, and in case the name didn't indicate that, was the place that it went to because the file type of the image, which was like, I don't know, JPEG or something? I don't know. The last image that I saved to the to be sorted folder was an image of Marcel from Dungeon Meshi being roasted by Gordon Ramsay while cooking a mandrake. Hold on. Let me show you the architect of my pain. I am the architect.
Yeah, you just didn't see the topic though? Maybe. It was very kind of him to raid me. And oh shit, I accidentally closed something. It's very kind of him to raid me. Yeah, this stream has been hilarious. I don't understand why someone would be upset unless they really like Vaush. Well, look, I think I'm trying to be nice to Vaush, you know? I really am. I am really trying to be nice to him. But, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of weird, you know? Kind of weird. Okay?
Hold your pain. That's from the Bond movie. You know what I mean, right? Marcel, Gordon, Ramsay. There we go. It's a good anime, guys, and a good manga. Anyway, I saved that there. And it opened up the folder preview, which showed thumbnails of images that I had in there. A lot of which were, most of which, though there were some non-images, including Reagan Ripley from Inside Job standing around in a bikini, I think. I don't know. And non-canon images of Rauru from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is funny because there are far more images of Rauru in there than there are non-images. But honestly, Rauru just looks so good that even non-images feel to me. Yeah, an innately character design. Why would you keep your on the stream queue? It's to be sorted. I'm not arguing this with you guys anymore, okay? Yeah, we get it. The most potent roasting, you know, oh, well, why even say, I don't want to argue with you guys about it, okay? Because it's a to be sorted folder, which had the taxes in it, you know, whatever. Also, which need to be sorted. I don't get what's complicated about it. Anyway, of the images that showed, 2 of them were from the same artist. 2 of them, those from that artist turned out to be a lolicon. One of the 2 images, now, unfortunately, talking about this is always like a double-edged sword because
H3 is not an IDF apologist. Okay. I need to take a break to eat something. So we'll come back to this. Okay, we'll come back to this. And I'll put some horse songs. Songs about horses. Okay, I am back. Let's resume.
I can't show to defend myself, nor would I encourage you to go look it up because this is a lolicon artist, so I don't like want to direct you to that, you know? But one of the 2 images from this lolicon artist, okay, to be clear, one of them flatly did not look like lolicon. I'm sorry, you can say it's defensive. I think that's bullshit. I literally went back and looked. The chick is like 6 heads tall. She literally, like, it's like, apparently, the reason why people have said that is because it's a drawing of a VTuber. And the VTuber is usually drawn as a lolly. But in that case, that's blaming me for a drawing that's not the drawing that was in there. So I completely reject that line of logic. It just looked like a normal drawing. Cope, it's all okay or none of it is okay. What does that mean? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you mean when you say that. I don't like this is one of the reasons why stuff like this is impossible to clarify because even talking about it comes across as like crazy defensive or whatever, right? But what else am I supposed to do? Let people like Ethan Klein lie and say that it was all like a folder full of lolicon or just explain it, you know? Anyway, one of the 2 images just flatly didn't look like lolly. I don't give a shit. Like Cope, Diamond, I just don't care. Like disingenuous shit, you know? The other one is like a threesome with 2 chicks and a guy. And in retrospect, looking at it, knowing now that artist is a lolicon, yeah, I can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn. And you'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn. But you know how they're all like thick short stacks, right? That was the vibe that I got because in the image, the girl that's shown has super thick legs and has like tits and a belly. So that's just the vibe I got.
I saw
but
that,
now,
good Emperor.
knowing that the artist is a lolicon, which I have been roundly reminded of, obviously knowing that it was intended to be a lolly drawing. So like that's how it is, right? It's a drawing, you get it without context. I know that when I save them because both the drawings have like a meaty dick in it and I'm a huge size queen. So like you look at it in retrospect and it's like, okay, well now with the broader context, I can understand how it comes off that way. Even if initially or like at first glance the vibe would be more thick short stack. But you'll notice, has anything that I've just said sounded like it would even remotely convince the kind of people who are intent on smearing me over this? No. And frankly, the effort to defend it from my perspective comes across as exactly what you would expect anyone to do or say given the situation, right? The only other position a person would take if they were self-interested would be to just like deny altogether, which I mean, you know, different people are going to like engage with that to different extents, obviously, but there's no way to talk about it in a way that meaningfully exonerates my behavior, you know? This has, of course, led to a bunch of robust discussion in my community on the nature of lolicon porn, which is fantastic, guys. Just fantastic. That's great. You know, it's a banned topic from Discord for a reason, because every fucking wannabe philosopher king is like, well, I'm interested in the ethics of fuck off, okay? And what's more, in addition to that, like on Twitter, all the Nazis who are like attacking me over this, all of them are saying shit like, I'm not mad at him for having lolly porn. That's based. I'm mad at him for the hypocrisy. I've seen at this point, by the way, literally dozens of screenshots of tweets that some of you guys hopefully throw my way. Thank you so much for keeping me involved on all the action, where they're effectively saying, you know, like, oh, we don't give a shit about lolicon, right? It's just we hate Vaush, which is like, fuck, hi. Like they're just looking for affirmation, you know? So what am I supposed to do with that? Vaush, all hentai is just indefensible? Yeah, no kidding. Especially because, like, dude, there are so many fucking who draw hentai, you have no idea. You could be looking at like an 8 heads tall woman with like an hourglass shape and big tits, and then you like look up the character and the character's 14. It's like, well, all right. Okay, all right, and then you just have to walk out, you know, like so it's truly a blighted subject altogether. Yeah, no shit, Jackster. It's a game where the only winning move is not to play. With regards to hentai, yes, for sure. Yeah, Vaush, I keep seeing random people say, if Vaush watches lolly, why does he call Nazis pedos? To be honest, in addition to the Ethan Klein, what I would call betrayal, I'm okay with calling that.
You know, one of the
Jesus.
things that really bothers me is that a lot
Betrayal.
of these lolicons genuinely seem to think that everyone is a lolly. They're doing, I said this before, they're doing the thing that racists do with racism, where they think that everyone is racist secretly. They're just the one with the balls to like admit it. So a lot of these lolicons think that everyone is, but like they're the only ones with the stones to own up to it or whatever. And you know, obviously this is like genuinely repulsive, but I guess, you know, they were already like that, so that's not on me. Still repulsive though. I once had images on my laptop of anime characters in a college setting, and my brother thought it was CP and made a whole thing of it. That fucking sucks. Yee. Yeah, look, again, like it's always going to be a broader discourse thing or whatever. I've even made jokes about this in the past, okay? If you watch anime or go to any fucking hentai site, you are going to be bombarded with sussy shit, which is why for the most part, I stick to furry drawn because it doesn't have anywhere near that issue. I don't think that like if you're randomly like browsing through a dojin and you see some like Fate Grand Zero Gunner shit where everyone is giant tits or whatever, and then like later you learn somehow that one of the canon characters that was drawn as this buxom woman is actually 17 and canon. I don't think this is like a moral sniper round that has like entered your skull and liquefied your brain. I don't think that's like, well, it's over. Like this is a broader systemic issue with the depiction of like, I guess anything anime related, but also the way people fetishize youth. The thing that I've always said that I stand by entirely is that if you're into lolicon, like people always say this. People always say, bro, it's just drawings. Okay, drawings of what, right? Civil War. Okay, states' rights over what, you know? Why are you into that? What elements of that are you into, you know? And I think there's no way to answer those questions without at least being somewhat introspective about the underlying issues. You know what I mean? Like that ultimately is the issue. And I think a lot of them are pretty straightforward with it. Hey, so there's nothing to discuss. It's Fate Grand Order. You got to, oh, right. Sorry. It's ReZero, not Fate Grand. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to have to look at the actual stuff, the actual things. We've only gotten through 2 of the things that I want to say because we have a second Ethan stream. Then we've got Keffels and Tipster weighing in on this drama. Wait, who hasn't seen the pictures yet? I haven't seen them, like the sourced stuff, people finding the sourced images. So you still have the be right back text on, by the way, Star. Oh, whoops. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, if you guys like the content, please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps boost me in the algorithm. It also helps support the stream. So that's, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it if you want me to continue making content. It's just very...
You've used 2 things. I've never seen Fate Grand Order. I've watched ReZero and it's garbage. Oh, speaking of sussy shit, ReZero, very sussy, by the way. 2 of the love interests are like identical lolly twins or whatever. I didn't know that before because people kept telling me, bro, ReZero is this like dark, edgy, like isekai. It's this dark, edgy isekai that's like satirical. It's like dark and like edgy and stuff. And then you look at it and it's the most like godless fucking isekai shit you've ever seen in your life, but with more blood. God almighty. Yeah, I want to watch Free Run. Free Run? I don't know. Yeah. You haven't discussed your dark interest in Dark Willow from Dota 2? I've seen people making Dota 2 memes. Is one of the nude characters from the that I was looking at from Dota 2? I haven't played Dota 2. I think I played it like once with some friends. The red-haired girl? Oh yeah, that was good art. Anything from yeah. For those of you who don't know, one artist was featured more than others in the porn thumbnails that showed up in my folder called Ludpoi, who is a very talented artist. And when they were made aware of the fact that the whole leak happened or whatever, they reposted the images. Here, I'm going to link it in chat because I can do that. I'm allowed to. Hold on. There we go. They reposted the images, or at least some of them, that they made that showed up in the thumbnails, which was incredibly fucking funny. Ew, Vaush. Ew, what the fuck is ew? This is gorgeous art. It doesn't exist? What do you mean it doesn't exist? I don't know. To touch on a small portion of this, someone was trying to say that Alfie was a lolly during this discourse on Twitter. Really? The fucking halfling? Okay, yeah, gotcha.
I want to be as good faith with this as possible. So I'll go see
Vaush, the foreskin thing is weird.
the sourced images and stuff.
I don't care. I don't care. You think you can? You think there's anything that you can harm me with after all of this? You think? Hey, this painting of a chick like licking a cock, but like the tongue goes out of foreskin. Like, oh, that's weird. Do you think you have anything on me? I don't even. I'm fucking circumcised, so it's not even a thing. You know. I thought your parents were atheists.
Brushing
Basically,
himself
everyone
like
in America
horse.
gets circumcised. Vaush, you have giant stones for speaking about this openly about sex stuff and all the world we live in. Most apologies were just pussyfoot around this. This is the thing that always gets me is that every time somebody wants to target me, every time somebody wants to attack me, they pretend that I'm like.
Good Emperor says, "Thanks for going into this. Just don't take the horse pill." Probably not going to. Thank you for the super chat. Guys, I think I'm going to end stream here.